Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday. So glad you're with us today. We have 3 hours live from Los Angeles, and jewelry is the name of the game today. We've got so many exciting pieces. We have a huge yellow diamond. We got a carat and a half. We got some blue ink block Ds for you, and we have a brand new emerald necklace inspired by something that I wanted to create for myself, because there are very few emerald pieces out there that are affordable, and we're going to bring you one today. It's an emerald necklace. It's a clean as can be. You can't find these anywhere else, and it's still that Colombian material we love. So we've got emerald necklace on the way, surrounded by diamonds, and it's very affordable. We also have incredible diamond drops. If you got a dressy occasion coming up this summertime event, and really all the way through life in general, and you want to feel a little extra special, we have diamond earrings. They're going to make it very important, and we've got a lot of great pieces that are one of a kinds as well. So a lot to get to today as we march through our Sunday 3 hours, and of course whatever it is you'd like to see. I have been taking requests nonstop throughout the last really since the last just 21 hours since I last saw you guys. So it is a day to get requests in. Tell us what you'd like to see. For those of you that missed yesterday and you got something you want to see, if it's still available, please call us and we'll help you out with those ideas as well, because I know that we had some big specials yesterday. We've already been placing orders from yesterday. So again, whatever you'd like to see again, or if you're considering something, let us know what it is. We'll be happy to put it back up there, assuming it's still available for you. We can put it back on the air and give you a great opportunity. So lots to get to. We better get started. One of a kind coming up right now. This is our pink zircon, and big top of the hours, of course. You know the drill, right? You guys know how this works. This is a really important day to be shopping. Pick out your favorite, get something you love, and you won't regret it, especially when we got as many values as we do. And this one is starting us off here. It's an amazing pink zircon. I'm going to lift it up because it's actually 2 bands in one, right? 2 rings in one, separated by a pink zircon that is item number 11222344. Get ready. It's going to be a rapid pace today. We got about 800 pieces to get through. I'm not kidding. So we got a lot to do, and I am tasked with showing it all, selling it all. So what does that mean? Really cheap prices as well. It's going to be fun. So this is our 178 zircon. It's the last of its kind, and I did know that there were so many of you, because I take requests all day long, like 24 hours a day. This is why you don't sleep, right? When you got requests coming in 24 hours, here's what's happening. I had a lot of people who missed out on a zircon yesterday. It was a square cushion cut about this size. So I wanted to bring out anything else that we had, and this is what I found. This gorgeous diamond cut round that we have for you, which is the carat 78 and then 38 points in diamonds pave. So you get it truly is 2 rings, but instead of stacking, you've got the whole piece put together in the back with the sizing bar. We're going to make sure it's sized to perfection for you, and arrives ready to wear. So here's your big pink zircon, fabulous piece, isn't it? And then you've got that purple color with the pinky hues with the red. So this is, again, face up. It's one of the most dispersive stones thanks to its double refraction, which are actually technically different, but you've got a really good, it creates the same kind of visual appearance, which is fire, which is sparkle, which is all those things we love. And this one stays in the white gold, and that is everything to do with this markdown. Let's take a look at it on the hand here for you, give you a look at it there. See how, again, you get that look of 2 bands, almost like the stone is just somehow hovering or floating right between those gorgeous scallop bands. And then that's all pave diamonds, top to bottom, side to side. So here's what we're going to do. Give you a great value as we go back up close, and let's take a look at what we have here for you. It's a beauty of a stone. We're going to do under $1,000 and $9.99. Actually, you know, Sundays are usually really high-end and very museum-oriented, and yes, we have those pieces. I saw pieces this morning that are literally, truly the price of a home. So we do have some great museum pieces. However, we also do have a lot of affordable today for a Sunday. So it's going to be a great day. Really, one and all are going to shop, and we can get you something exciting to get you know, ready for the big summer season. That I know it's a good day to, it seems like I haven't found a place. It doesn't seem like everywhere, because I check in with, you know, is this weird? Like, I check in with weather reports all across the country just for, you know, the different, you know, my important people in my life. They tend to be scattered all over the country. So I'm always looking at various places in everyone's weather. And I was looking yesterday, I was just scrolling through, and it didn't seem like anyone was really under 95 degrees. So, and that was the South, the East Coast, obviously the West Coast too. So it's almost like, okay, so maybe it's a good day to stay in and stay cool and let the jewelry come to you. And instead of battling shopping or just even getting outside, just stay in and stay, you know, well hydrated and hopefully cool as can be. And yet we have got the values that are even cooler. And this one's not even $888 or $777. That's how good we're taking all the big discounts and want to set the tone here with our zircon. And it's going to be only, you know what, let's just, instead of scrapping it, like truly like melting it down, I say if we go low on everything, we can just move them on out. So how about $699 on this one, stays in the white gold, and we'll size it for you. I would recommend going up a half a size on this one just to make sure it is the proper fit, because you see that width all the way around. So when you have a wider band in the back, that's where you typically, especially this wide, you need to size up a little bit. So I'd say go up a half a size, you'll be good to go. And then of course, everybody who's shopping, I know we had a lot of inquiries about that. Oh, you know, just a diamond band that we had yesterday. There were a lot of you talking about that. You'll have to see if that's still available. And then we have a very, very special. I know that if you have any requests on the Imperial topaz that we saw yesterday, that gorgeous tourmaline, we do have a few pieces that are still here. So give us a call. We'll see who's got this one. Apologize, guys. There are not a lot of operators here yet. So I see there's a backup on the lines. So hang in there with us. And then my new favorite. Do you have this one? All right, that is sold. Congratulations. I almost bought this ring before the show, but I'm not allowed to, because then I would have nothing to show you guys ever. This is a designer ring. I'm going to get to it shortly here, but I wanted to show it to you because honestly, I saw this, my jaw dropped quite literally, and I said, I need to have that ring because it just looks expensive. It may not be for everybody, but let me tell you, if you have that designer radar like I know I have, or what I call, you know, just really, really high-end taste, this is something you need to have. The fluting on it, the scallop design, the 2 rows in the diamonds, the double turquoise. I'm telling you, this looks like at least $25,000 ring. I am not even kidding. If you are not in the designer world, let me tell you, that is a very important ring. So I'm going to get to that at the bottom of the hour. So I just want to give you a heads up now because that is important and I want everyone to see it. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes, but I want you to see this. This is a ruby piece that is a necklace. And boy, oh boy, did we have necklaces yesterday that were true necklaces where the chain was free, and this one just is going to serpentine its way all over the place. But take a look. That's kind of the beauty of the way it sits when it's on. It's just not meant to sit on a display on a wheel. But it's item number 1124474. And here's a really special ruby piece that's got that stiletto drop, right? And then it's actually got the beautiful gold that at the top sort of swirls around the pear shapes. Who was shopping with you back there, Andy? Hi, Desiree. What's she picking up? Oh my goodness. And Judy from Kentucky was shopping earlier, right? So shout out to Judy in Kentucky. She was shopping before the show. Desiree's shopping now, picking up some pieces from yesterday, it sounds like. And yeah, if you missed it, that's why I said you want to check. I have had an overwhelming amount of emails and requests from yesterday. So more than usual. So I think that makes sense for summertime, right? If you've been out and about and on the go, but you caught up with the show later, hey, let us know. We might just still have your piece available. Let me show this on the hand here. It's 1124474, and keeping with the 74 theme, we have got diamonds in the chain and 74 points in the rubies and then 9 points in the diamonds. And then you see we are not just throwing in any chain. There are 2 beautifully bezel set diamonds in that chain as well, with the full adjustability of 16, 17, and 18 inches in length with a lobster claw. So this is an important piece, and we only have, yep, you guessed it, we only have 1. So this is going to go very, very quickly, and then we've got, of course, a length on it, and 74 points, just like the item number, is the carat weight on the rubies among those 3 pear-shaped drops. Here it is. I got to find my other ruler. This one's a little hard to read, but it is 1 inch, and I'll decipher it for you. Then we'll show it on the neckline. Keep in mind, I have it, let me just jog it on over here so you can see that centered up between those 2 diamonds there, and then we'll put it on the neckline for you and show you there because you want to see that drop and how that's going to look in person and when you see that on a neckline, so you get a really beautiful idea of what that's all about. And then I love how it kind of cascades and there is movement between each individual piece, so what that does is it creates a little bit of dance even when you're relatively still. And of course, diamond cutting on the chain as well. So we've only got this one. Let's do what we do. Let's blow it out very quickly, give you a huge value where it's not even $1,000 or $9.99. Take another look at it close up, and this is the way to go. So here is an extremely, extremely important value coming your way. Does have a good size bail. The chain is removable. I like to point that out just so you know. If you did want to get, let's say, the pendant and then give the chain or vice versa, you can do that. And I just want to make sure you see those rubies face up because they're very, very clean stones and in that match of those pear shapes. And then we've got this one going out. You know what? Let's make it easy. $599, and that includes the chain. We did some really, really spectacular values yesterday on necklaces too, where it's like the chain you know is free, but the pendant element is as well. So love that one too. I mean, it's really one piece or another would be more than that. You can see how they set up here. There's that that bail that's a little larger. So if you did want to put, let's say, a diamonds by the yard, although this, remember, does have diamonds, not only between the rubies, but in that chain as well. So that's important too. Just keep that in mind. You've got kind of a mix and match there. And then you've got that opportunity to take those beautiful rubies at $5.99, but you're getting the chain as well. So don't forget, bottom of the hour is that turquoise designer piece that is so stunning. I'm telling you, really, really, really expensive look, and it will not be expensive. So I'm looking forward to that. We do have a new gold quartz here today as well. We've got some Congolese tourmalines that are on the more affordable side. Actually, we should probably get to that now because there have never been enough of the Congolese tourmalines to go around. So let's do that right away. And again, if you want that chain, if you want that Burma pendant, grab it. It's still here. Take a look at this. Blues and greens together. And as usual, we'll get our wheels situated. But this is a really stunning Congolese, isn't it? So you've got a really important stone here, and yet it's going to be that really gorgeous. It's kind of a cushion cut, but it feels like an emerald cut a bit because of the way that the light dances through it. It's 4608, and it's a very, very special stone. Clean as can be. That's one of the focal points of this tourmaline out of the Congo, is that it's super clean, whereas tourmalines, you know, are not typically clean. So that's what you have here. A really important look. I'm going to come back in, and we're going to zoom in on this carat 36 stone with the 88 points in diamonds, and this is a really good value. So come on in. You can change the gold color. There's only one, as is the case. I've never had a Congolese tourmaline that I've had more than one of. So rest assured, when you see them, you know it's urgent to get on the phone lines if it's the one you've been waiting for, if it's the one you love. So give us a call and we'll help you out with this one, but it's not even going to be, you know what, $29.99, skip it. It does have, I would say, more 60-40 on the green to the blue front there, but a very, very important style with that clarity. And of course, they're still rich and almost like a minty blue-green as you see it here in a really great combination, but you see what that does. A little bit of a radiant facet pattern on the inside of the stone, and it's not $19.99 or $1,500, making it even more affordable for you, and it's going to go in a hurry. That much we know. So all you have to do, dial in. Let's make it easy and simple. It's only going to be $12.99 first caller. That's it. So major value on 88 points in diamonds alone. Then the Congolese stone that is almost a carat and a half that gives you all that clarity. And let's take a look at it on, because what are those 88 points in diamonds going to look like? Well, sparkling from side to side, and then you see that movement, that when you get it, a little bit of movement with the stone, you see how it just completely flickers. So it's going to be $12.99. We've got 15 seconds left with that one. That is a huge opportunity and value, and make sure you are dialing in and make it yours. And again, if you want the yellow gold or the rose gold, we can change that out. It would be beautiful in any way. Really, truly, these tourmalines with the blues and the greens, they look good in any cold, so feel free to pick your favorite. And then we have, getting ready for a big diamond opportunity, the designer style that we love, that has the baguettes and the rounds together, that comes together to make a look of one big solitaire. That's happening as well. Our best Imperial topaz that we've ever had in our collection, its private collection, is also here today. Oh, that's Imperial topaz. It looks completely almost purple, doesn't it? And with the fingerprint, there's no extra charge either, so for that. So we'll help you out. That's our best Imperial. If you've been waiting on a big one and you want outstanding color, it is here. Plus, there were so many of you who wanted that copper-bearing tourmaline that we had yesterday. But I'll tell you what, you know the bright green one? Of course, the pink sold. I have a really, really special, huge 13 karat today. And it's, I don't know how, it's double the size of what we saw yesterday nearly. This is the stone that is, we know, copper bearing. Look at this gem. 13 carats plus. And check out the neon colors. And of course, a few visible inclusions only up close. When you see it from a distance away, you will not see any inclusions because the light that powers through the stone is what you see first. It's item number 112-4565. It is the amazing tourmaline that is copper bearing. So it is Paraiba. It is actually going to be the green, which has that ultra high-end copper content to it. It's a 1315 is the carat weight, and those are fancy cut diamonds on the side. So it's almost like a trapezoid meets a half moon style together, and that is going to be a diamond weight of 36 points. So you have one ring, and I just wanted to show it up front early because why is this double the size of what we had yesterday? But the price is nearly identical, or actually is. So if you already know, you know, because that is one of those values where yesterday we saw a 6, 7.5 carat, was it? And it was actually a really, really great price. But this one's so much bigger with the fancier diamonds to it as well. And yet it is not going to be what it should. That should be a $17,000 piece right here on our show. It will not be. If you've been waiting on these greens, and let me show you how it looks from a distance away as well, just so you can see this on the hand. It is a powerful stone, not just because the neon, the size here, get it true to size on this one so it won't, it'll sit upright and sit perfectly centered on the hand. But that, see what I'm talking about? Now you just see those bright, bright, beautiful neon colors and flashes. That's what it's all about. This is copper content. This is actually the most extreme. This particular color tells you you're getting more copper content than you typically do. That's important. A lot of collectors make that priority because we know that's what makes this tourmaline the most special in the world, is the copper content and the neon that is the result. But in a bigger stone, in that particular color, you're getting larger size, you're getting also more of that copper. So this is where a lot of collectors seek to go get their tourmalines, and that is a beautiful setting for it because we added those really important diamonds. So keep that in mind. That is going to be here, and I'm doing it for the same price that we did yesterday for about half the size. It's $69.99. So that could be obviously a stone that is in a museum where it doesn't have a price tag or a per carat kind of level. Here's where you're getting it for $69.99. Truly, I have it here if you want to see it. The pear shape that I had yesterday is approximately half the size, and yet it's the same exact price. So I love the fact you can get such a big stone for an incredible value. But like I said, that's what we're doing today, marking down everything so you have a chance to own a lot of great pieces, and more importantly, so we can show you a lot of pieces as well and move through those pieces quickly and give you a lot of great options today. But that is a superstar. So let me know if you like it, because that is that fancy diamond weight as well, and there's no way a collector is going to let that slip by because it should be $17,000 and we just marked it down 10 grand, and I just wanted to make it an easy option. Now I can show you the pear shape. I got to tell you, I like this one better. I like it a little better. The colors are there, the neons are there, but just when you get that size for that value, it is a must-have, even down to the tapered prongs that are designer, the fancy cut diamonds, which let's not forget. I know it's easy to glance up there and say, oh, 36 points in diamonds, that's not all that much, but then you realize, but wait, they're 18 pointers a piece and they're fancy cut BS. So that's a different level, and it's a super important style. So $69.99, that one's gonna go. We'll see who's got it. We're only about 15 minutes away from the designer Turquoise, which is going to be a fabulous value. Then we also have a beautiful platinum opal pendant. There were a lot of you missing out yesterday on some opal pendants, so I made a point to bring out some other ones for you. Wait till you see this. It's platinum setting, nearly a 6-carat stone. Take a look at this one. It is blues and greens and just feels like neon oceanic tones here, and that fold over wraparound pave design at the top, stunning. It's item number 112-4411, and that is even giving blues greens, but then where a lot of the colors mesh, it's almost like an aqua turquoise color as well. Platinum is the metal of choice here with a platinum chain. This is the backside, finished beautifully. There's the front. The opal itself is a 582, so if it's a 582, if it were any other stone, it'd look approximately 11 or 12 carats, and it's all bezel set in that platinum. You also get a lot of diamond weight at 87 points, so another great new style here for you to choose from. Lots of pave. Again, you see that little wraparound design, just little details like that, that little extra detail that makes it not just your basic halo, but gives it a little, just a nice, like, refreshing design element, and yet here's what it looks like on the hand, and then we get you the measurement, and then the neckline, but that's going to be a look from a distance away. All those blues and greens, which are fabulous. And then, yes, orange tourmaline, sure. Is that for Leanne? Yeah, you got it, Leanne. Let me go ahead and get that from yesterday's. That's going to be 1.25 inches from top to bottom. And then, of course, I'll show it to you on. But really wanted to also mention that this comes with a chain, which is 18 inches and a spring ring closure. And you've got a nice little diamond cutting to the chain itself. Here is what it looks like from a distance away, and then that's, again, always the best way to see the color is actually from this shot, because this is the least lit and it's hardly lit at all. So the beauty of it is you're actually seeing the better, more true to life look at the opal here when you see it from that angle, and you can see it's even got a nice polish to it, to that cabochon cut. You really see the bright, vibrant greens that are coming through as well. And this one should be $59.99. You want a better value, you're getting them all day long. all day. Got to move every single piece we show you. Take a look at it up close yet again, and we're going to just send it on out of here. And boy, you have such a density to platinum. You know, when you're not around or don't own a lot of platinum, when you're not around it a lot, we forget how dense that metal is. So what a great heft and feel it gives you. And it's not even going to be $59.99. It is for one caller, and we're going to blow it out right now for just $1,999. I'm telling you, I have got to really slash prices today if we're going to move through hundreds and hundreds of pieces on the show. So that's what it comes down to. $19.99. That would be one of those values where if you looked at the loose stone, just the 5 carat 82 out of Lightning Ridge, and you saw a price like that, you'd be thinking that is the craziest value I've ever seen. The fact it's set in platinum with a chain with 87 points in diamonds is even more wild. So that'll be for one caller. We'll see who's got it. And then I got to go show you. You know what? I got to set this down just for a minute here because I got to go get our tourmaline from yesterday. And then we'll see who's got this one. But I have it handy here. It didn't go far. And we'll show that to you because I know that one has been requested by many. And then I'll hold this back up again now that I got my stuff from yesterday. And then we'll go ahead and show you. We'll see who's got it. Tourmaline coming up, though. This is from yesterday, 112-4652. Had a lot of people considering it. And I'm glad we get to show it to you again because it's not just the tourmaline that's that Padparasha color, but it's also the setting. And so we'll recap that. We'll see who's got our opal. Let me know who's got it because I have 4 people on the phone line. So chances are one of them is on that opal pendant. And then this is the request to just revisit from yesterday. It's this tourmaline that has this salmony, peachy tone to it. It's really pinks and goldens together. I'm just going to give it a little additional polish. Looks like it has a little water spot. But this would be the 621, and it's a pinky orange tourmaline. It doesn't have just one color or the other. So it ends up looking like what we see out of the best Imperial topaz, like what we see out of the best Padparashas. But it's a tourmaline that we don't usually see that combination. 621 plus 69 points in diamonds. And it's also 18 karat gold. And then I do want to show you because one of my favorite things about this is the way it looks from the side profile. That is everything. This basket work is one of the most deluxe basket settings we've seen. And you see that the diamonds go all the way down to the sides. They're lining the profile in pave. That's either side. Then you have what almost reminds me of a Greek key design, the way these beautiful squared off baskets are linked together. So it even creates that 2 different elements visually. It looks almost like a zigzag when you look at it from this point of view. And then you realize those are those almost squared off motifs that are locked by links there. So it's a really deluxe setting style. And you can see there how it's finished on the inside. Those diamonds come all the way right down to the actual base of the ring. And this one is only $29.99 just to recap and refresh. And then here it is on the hand one more time. So it is a bigger ring. I wouldn't even add a stackable, even though the shape of the design works for that. But you don't really want to take away, I don't think, visually from everything that's happening on the profile. So I would just recommend leaving this as is, getting this fabulous piece. You see those pinks and oranges together. It really creates overall this salmon tone to it. And it's only $29.99, which for a 621, in any tourmaline that's clean, that's a great price. This one is gone. Thank you so much. Don't forget about that opal piece. I think it's still here. And then we have our gold quartz. Take a look at this one. Here's the gold quartz that's new, 4667. Feels like a similar pattern to one I had yesterday, but a different ring in a designer mounting. Remember the one yesterday had pink diamonds, and I think a lot of you said, well, that's a little different. So what if I want to go traditional? Here it is. This is the traditional gold quartz setting here with white diamonds and white gold, although if you want to go ahead and change it to yellow gold to match the gold that's in the stone, you can do that too. Because remember, gold is gold in color, right? Gold is gold in color when it's found naturally. So when we find it in this stone, that's what we're seeing. And you see there, it's got that great pattern. That's thanks to Mother Nature. And of course, the lapidary made sure to really present that and showcase it as a focal point of the stone. By the way it is cut, it's going to be that beautiful 1 carat, even on the nose there. 1 carat on the gold quartz, 38 points in the diamonds. And then soon we'll have that turquoise coming up for you just a few minutes away, 7 minutes from now. Don't forget about the opal pendant and platinum because that one is still here at $19.99. Don't want you to miss it. And then take a look at this gold quartz that we have. 1 carat, 38 points. Look at how they cascade down the sides in addition to the halo. Want to try it on? There's one only. Every gold quartz is unique. So that's the other thing, you know. And this one, actually, I think the reason they chose the white gold here was wise because some of the gold quartz stones we've seen, the quartz element has a lot of gray or black tone to it. This one's very almost pure white. So what they did was, I think that was the inspiration behind the white gold. Let that resonate down the sides of the ring. And then we're going to do it for $9.99 just to get it out the door here very quickly. So huge value on this one. Yes. Oh, Leanne, my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for shopping. So glad. I think that, you know, she had it narrowed down to a few items from yesterday. I think that just is, like I say, always sometimes you have to look at it from a standpoint of do you know you won't find again, right? And I think that tourmaline is one that I'll have other Mandarins, I'll have other Imperials, but that tourmaline is just so specifically unique with the colors it presented. So this one's only $9.99, and for 38 points in diamonds with that wraparound halo and then that little bit of the flare on the side, certainly looks fabulous, doesn't it? So it's a good one. And then I can't wait for the designer turquoise. Get ready for that. Again, that dual look, that fluted design, it's very you-know-who. If you follow the design house world, it is a good one. So we'll see that on the way in just a few minutes. Our best Imperial is here today. We also have turquoise, a very large turquoise in a style that you will love, and it's a pendant too. So we've got quite a few pendants and necklaces on the way. I did bring out, see, we also had a pink diamond sale yesterday that was 25 points. I actually have a 31 point, very saturated, that actually has been here for a while. So it's gotten a new, look at that, see, it's purple. It's not pink. Let's just show it. It's for the collectors of fancy diamonds because it is more purple than it is pink. You can look at it both ways. It's either a really, really, really saturated pink, or it's really a lavender lilac. I think what GIA would do, if I was the gemologist giving this a certificate, I would say purple pink. So purple dash pink, right? That's what they'll often do. We've had a stone that was similar certified as such before, but this is that collector stone. And that's because pinks, we talked about this yesterday, really struggle naturally with any kind of saturation. So what's tough to get is a stone that has anything that really reads pink even from a distance away. Well, this is helpful on two fronts. It's got the great saturation, but it also has a great size. 111 6723. So it's been a while since we've even seen a 111 number. That's how long this has been here. But it's actually going to be a 31 point cushion cut center. Then you have the fabulous classic mounting around it, which is 92 points in diamonds that really give it that offset of color. And it's just fabulous. And the reason I brought it out is because, well, there's a huge discount. It's going to be really, really affordable. It's going to, for what it is, I mean, you think about pink diamonds, they're some of the most expensive, tough to find stones in the world, and especially in the natural variety, there's plenty of treated and enhanced and, you know, simulated and all that. We're all about the natural, and when that didn't get any treatment whatsoever, how fabulous is it? And then you're getting, of course, that tremendous diamond weight overall. So let's take a look. Classic style, I'm going to show it on the hand. It was $89.99 at one point in time, and now it's a lot less. So simple and easy here. Take a look at that. That's what it looks like here on. So again, you've got wearable, classic nature, styling. It's not even 8,000, 7,000, 6,000. We can skip all that because this is a huge stone, almost a third of a carat in a diamond that is the most saturated. Honestly, I really have hesitations even calling it just a pink like it is, but that's a big reason why it was priced so well from the start. When this was price of $89.99, I think a big reason for that is because it was labeled here as a pink. That's the thing. If it was a purple, there is no way you could spend $9,000 and get a 31 point purple diamond that's natural. There is just no way. That's the beauty of it. So certain stones are more saturated than others, and when it's actually labeled as something that is even less precious than it is, you get a huge value. But the truth is it's going lower than even $6,000 or $5,000 or $4,000, and that is why it's going to go. Yes? I'm sorry, what? Oh, we haven't even presented yet. Yeah, it's not even been up on the air yet. Haven't even given an item number. It's coming up next. So if you want to stay on the line, we're going to actually give it a full presentation with it, try it on the hand and all the carat weights. I have not, all I did was flash it. So yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. So as promised, bottom of the hour. But here we go. I know it's designer and someone says, I would love it now. Yeah, I get it. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And I truly would have bought this if I could. If I was allowed to buy jewelry before the show, you would not even see it because I just love it that much. So here we go with the diamond that's not even going to be $4,000. It's not $39.99, and we are getting anxious for that turquoise. And let me tell you, if you also liked the turquoise from that quick flash, you probably want to dial in now because we got some competition. Yeah. Oh, the opal pendant. Thank you. I knew that one would go. Thank you so much. Opal and platinum gone. Don't forget about the gold quartz and the big green tourmaline. But here we go with the 39. Forget about it. It's not 3,500. I need a diamond collector ready to go, because there's no way this is going to stick around, and it's not even $35 or $34.99 for a 31 pointer that looks like that. It is a stunning, stunning stone, and I'll make it $3,399, one only on that one. So good luck with those fabulous diamonds around it and all, and you've got a good one there. So we'll see who's got it. I just had to bring that on the early side because you know there's going to be a lot of people talking about it, and then the turquoise is coming up. We've already got a lot of people ready to go on that one, so I don't think that's going to last very long, and it's 112-4498, and we'll get you started with this one. But it is fantastic. Wait till you see this designer style. It is just everything. It really is. So $240 in the Sleeping Beauty coming your way. Let me know who's got our purple pink. One only there. 92 points in the white diamond surrounding it. Could not be a better value. $33.99, and we'll see who's got it. And then, of course, a lot of pieces from earlier going. That's intentional. I'm moving quickly before pieces go, just so that we can, again, stay on pace here. I've got to show you hundreds of pieces today. So it's going to be a very fast-moving show. And with one of a kinds, you know, I got to move fast if we're going to sell a lot of them. So take a look. This is the designer style. I'm going to start there with the side view and come on in, because this is it, and designer style and finished on the inside. But this is what I love the most, is the profile view from all the different angles. This is $240 in 14 karat yellow gold only, which is my favorite combination with turquoise. Look at the inside of this designer ring. How often do you see a bypass style with finishing like that? And then it's coming up to a point where, yes, it's open in the middle, think like a la cuff bracelet. And you have these stunning, stunning matched cabochon round turquoise Sleeping Beauty variety. They're a carat 20 each. And it's the double Rowan diamonds at the base. We've only got a couple. This is the whole thing, guys. And boy, oh boy, see, this is the problem. I tell you early so you know, so you don't miss out. And guys, we're going to have people missing out. That's the problem. I don't want you to miss out. I'm going to miss out because I wanted to buy this. This is amazing. It looks like a $25,000 designer ring. I was seriously taking the loop earlier and looking on the inside for a designer hallmark. I really was, because I thought there is one, but not the designer I was thinking of. You see, it says CJ right there. This is one of those looks that it coils and wraps. Let me show it on the hand so you get an idea. It doesn't sit up too high. This is what it looks like on the hand here. So you can see how they come together, but it's the side profile for me. The way that beautiful scallop detailing is done, we're going to make sure it is not $25,000, because that's just not how we do things. It's yellow gold only, so the only choice you're going to make is, do you want your turquoise and your 38 points in diamonds? Do you want them in a size for your pinky? Do you want it in a ring size for your index, or anywhere in between? Because honestly, it works everywhere. Even though it's a bigger style, I own a turquoise bypass like this that's similar, and I wear it as a pinky ring. So this, I think, let me just go ahead and show it there if you want it. It's large, but I think it still would work as a pinky ring because it doesn't sit up too high. But again, really works anywhere. So you're going to choose where you want to wear it, but we do need on the lines ready to go, because that is a designer piece and just could not be built any more substantially or more solid. And yet it's that double Rowan diamonds, again, 38 points there and two perfectly matching. They are stunning turquoise. It's almost like they have a glow, even though they're opaque. You can't see through them, but there is something about that color, and we're going to drop it. It's supposed to be, I kid you not, $2,499. Look at that. There's the ring. There's the price. Started at even more. It started at $5,000 plus. Hey, when you've got a $25,000 look and it's $2,499, that's 90% off. So basically $2,499, Tony, is like paying the tax on the designer retail, which is good. I'm not aiming for good. I'm not here to bring you a good price. I'm here to bring you the best price possible, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And this is why you want to be ready to go, because it's going to be a lot more affordable than it ever looks. I've been doing this a long time. I know you guys know jewelry. We understand jewelry. We know jewelry. We know what designer styles go for. We know what they look like. We know what they're supposed to be. And you're getting a value that is beyond all the rest. So take a look. It's not going to be $2,499 either. We're making this the huge moment and opportunity to get it. It's not going to be even $2,000 or $1,999. We have a couple of you already thinking about it. I get it. It is just something unique and fresh. We've never brought anything like this before, ever. We never have. This is your moment to take it. I'll make it, you know, just blow it out. Not even $14.99. Send it out for $999 only. It's going to go. We know that. And yet no options except what size? What size do you need? And that's it. Look at that detailing. Every little wraparound coil design with that double row. And so here we are looking at, again, one of our very, very best, I really think, index finger all the way on over to pinky. It works. And that will be for 60 seconds only. So I've only got a couple of them. That's the beautiful thing about what we do, is that we make it affordable so you can grab pieces that are exquisitely designed, heavy gold weight, beautifully done with turquoise, and the match on those Sleeping Beauties, when very rare to get any Sleeping Beauty variety at this point at all, and yet here they are matched up in the round. So that is 45 seconds away from being done, and leave me one, please, guys. Please leave me one. I would love it if you did. If just again, if there's any hope for getting one at the end of the show, I'd love that. So that's really, I have a lot of turquoise and I can never get enough. You ever do that where you just like, I know in jewelry so many of us try to get one of everything, of all the different stones we like, but then sometimes there's this one we're obsessed with that we love in multiple different types of designs, and so we can't help it when we see one, we got to have it. So that's it right there in turquoise, and we're counting down. So that's it. Jess, you didn't get one? Okay, so here we go. $9.99. Yeah. So how are we at? Because I don't know if she got one or not. Did she get one then? Okay, so good. All right, so we've still got one for me. Yay. All right. Yeah, notice I'm not going to push it too hard. just need there to be one left. All right, coming up, we also have a Tanzanite. I can't help it. Sometimes you got to just, you know, you're not going to see anything like that at $9.99 anywhere else. And we also have a beautiful canary yellow today. But you hear canary yellow and you think diamond, right? We have a canary yellow and a tourmaline. So super exotic. Love seeing that. How about turquoise? In a pendant to go with it if you want. Now, the only problem is this ring is only yellow and this necklace is only white gold. But hey, they're rounds and they match. So that's pretty. And that's an $8.19. We're going to talk about item number 4484. Let me just go ahead and zoom back a little bit so we can get you the look entirely. This is quite a stone. It's an 8-carat 19 round. So that's our biggest one by far in the house. That's our largest turquoise stone that we have, decked out in diamonds. That's a halo, and then bigger stones at the north and the south of the pendant directly when you see it on. 49 points in the diamond weight. This comes with the chain, which we're going to throw in some fabulous diamonds here. Do we have diamonds? Yes, 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 yes. There they are. There are the diamonds. You have diamonds in the chain. We'll show it from a distance away, and then we've got just the one in the white gold. Go ahead, Andy. Oh, good. That's mine then. So should we just call the turquoise sold out, or should we just say there's one left? There's one left on the turquoise. Here we go with our turquoise necklace though. And again, chain included, meaning it's just free. We just throw it in. So you have the perfect chain with the diamonds that you see beside it there as it sits. We also have adjustability, lobster claw closure, 16, 17, 18 inches in length for you. And wait till you see this on. And yes, it looks good with everything. That's the thing about turquoise. You got to invest in a good turquoise because you know you're going to wear it all the time with everything. I mean, it doesn't matter. Brights, pastels, neutrals, it really does not matter. You've always got a great look there. And of course, that stunning, stunning piece. I'm going to show you the length as we go back to the hand here, but you got so much diamond weight. Honestly, it looks like more diamond weight to me is how it reads, certainly. And it's got great finishing, which we'll show you when it's up close, but we only have one here. And I think this will complete our turquoise for the day. And there you can see it's just about an inch from top to bottom. And then we'll go right back up close since it looks like the ring may be sold out, perhaps. And then here's our gorgeous style. And then of course, here's the back. So that's why it's going to be so beautifully stable. It's not going to be that piece that flips or turns. And the bigger a piece is, the more valuable it is to have a nicely made under gallery like that in basket, so you don't want the weight of the piece to turn it as we move. Also, it's supposed to be $39.99. I'll just blow it out right here, right now. Another one of a kind. Let's move it on. And you know what? We'll do this one for, how about $14.99 instead? So a $4,000 piece down to $14.99 if you'd like it. And then I also have, there's a very large Tanzanite pendant that's got a new markdown. This one is sold. Congratulations. Here's the Tanzanite pendant while we're at it. It's item number 4138. Check this out. It is, oh my, 17 carats, 47 of a blue wing block D Tanzanite. Isn't that something? In the classic oval, we did this one in 18 karat gold. It also happens to be a carat 18 in the diamonds to go along with it. So you're getting a lot to love there, but it's item number 4138. So it's a good one. And I know this is a really, really important buy coming your way as well because it's got a new markdown. So something you have not seen, it's going to be one of our most affordable per carats we have left in the Tanzanite category. And it's 18K, 1747. So it's a major, major stone. Got all the red flashes. And I love how it looks like it's almost like water in the stone. It's so bright. And it also has a carat 18 in the diamond weight. So that classic halo, but we went ahead and just made sure we carried those through the bale as well. It's not going to be $14,999 layer. That's where it started. That's where it all began. We're going to take it to a new markdown. And I don't think it's been on the air much. Just looks like that one time at $14,999. And I already forewarned you, we got one of our lowest per carats possible right here. Take a look at it on the hand here. It's got a nice size bail. There you can see it. And then let's show you the length in measurement form so you can check that out. Then for even easier looks, I think we're going to see it on the neckline here, but it's 1 inch and I would say about 1 3/8 there, top to bottom, and a mega style, but not even 10,000, not even $99.99. That's not going to take us to one of our best per carat prices, and that's what I'm aiming to do. So it gets to be better, and here's what it looks like on the neckline as well. So you can really just see how tremendous that stone is as far as size. What it's still doing here in a lower light, which is showing off all that really amazing saturation that it has. And it's not going to be 99, 89, forget about all of that. Huge opportunity coming your way. Only have just this one, of course, and it's not going to last. We know that. So come on in early, take a look at it, as nothing really has been lasting or sticking around here today. And that makes sense, because have you seen the prices? It's not even $89.99. We're blowing it out. $7,999 on the big Tanzanite. That is our 17.5 carat in the blue wing, which is important because if you already have a blue wing ring, you want the pendant to match. You want the colors to be complementary, and that's the problem. Is if you search pendants elsewhere, you're going to find Tanzanite pendants. The problem is those Tanzanite stones are not going to look anything like the blue wing block Ds. The saturation will be all off. So if you do have a ring you love and you want to build that set and you want to build that complementary piece, then this is how you do it for $79.99. Turquoise necklace, and I think the ring, we still have one left, right? So one left on the ring if you want that last designer ring in the turquoise. And then of course the necklace is gone, and then we have that big Imperial. I do have a demantoid blowout on our largest stone, as far as at least one that's going to be under $50,000. So I do have a large demantoid out of Russia that is coming up today, and one of our bigger values coming up at the top of the hour, 20 minutes from now. Also have a wheel to show you. I mean, there is just so much to discount today, and I'm glad you're here to be a part of it. I even brought out the 316 Burma Ruby, which is our largest ruby. Lately, we've been seeing really good rubies. They've just been on the smaller side. So I thought we'd bring out our largest, our 316 square cushion cut. That's coming out to play. Let me know who's got this one, and then we'll be on our way. And last call on that turquoise ring, just one left there. And then also the emerald necklace is our top of the hour. So remember I told you at the beginning of the show, we have a beautiful, super, super clean emerald. I wanted something like this for myself. We made it happen for you. I'm thrilled it's here. So that's going to be coming up. And hey, Michael, thank you so much. Hi, William. Oh, good. Oh, Wendy too. Hi. Oh, hi, Wendy. Well, I didn't hear it. So Wendy, I don't usually, I don't always hear everybody's name. So hi, Wendy. Thank you for shopping. Thank you, Wendy, so much. Wendy was shopping with us yesterday. That's wonderful. And hi, Michael. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so let's move on. That one's here at the moment. Here's the ruby, by the way, just the big ruby. Just want to give you a little peek at it. That is the 3 carat pluser, 316. On that, isn't that nice? Square cushion cut, no less. That's a really tough cut to acquire in Burma. So just a heads up, something to think about if you want a really high-end ruby. Our large one, you know how it is with the Burma rubies. All rubies, they're chromium rich, so they don't get up into big sizes very often, which is why they get really pricey when they do. So we're thrilled to have that one for you as well. And don't forget, still have that ruby necklace earlier from $5.99. We've got the pink diamond that's more purple, the Congolese stone, and then let's show you a wheel that you're going to love. I mean, really, truly. I think we're going to get excited about this wheel because this one is some of our classics and some of our best. And we have sapphire and we have tsavorite and we have rubies coming up on this next wheel. Don't forget about our Tanzanite. That's going to be item number 111575 on the ruby if you're interested. Just want to throw it out there that we do have a new markdown. It's going to be our lowest price that we ever see on this ruby. So if you've already been scouting it or it's on the wish list, today's the day to go ahead and grab it, where we cannot make rubies happen like this very often. That's a 3 carat 16 with a carat 30 in the diamonds as well. So just a little mention on that. We got it under $20,000, which I know is not easy to do on the big Burmas. And then we also have that demantoid deal. And there's a big emerald too, if anybody's interested. I mean, why, we can't help to just kind of peek and pop into the museum every now and then. That ruby does it, and so does this emerald. That emerald is 7 carats, looks far larger than that, as emeralds tend to do, and then a really cool mounting with 222 in diamonds. So if you're looking for the $100,000 emerald, we have that. But let's get to our wheel, something affordable for everybody. Told you there's a lot of affordable here today, and that's kind of exciting, is that you've got some opportunities where still the best in jewelry, but really affordable pricing. Like, for example, we want to just blow out some jewelry here. We've got sometimes one-of-a-kinds are great, you know, and getting to look at them one by one is awesome. But just sometimes to move a little bit faster, we like to make sure that we get you an opportunity to set up a few pieces at once when they're all going to be discounted to the rock bottom. So that's really the key here that we have, is that we're starting with sapphire in that signature halo. Then we also have the really beautiful Savorite you're going to see. That's going to be a beautiful bright green. It kind of looks like that would be what emeralds want to be, but emeralds never really give you that kind of clarity, and Savorites rarely do too, but this one is loving the light there. Look at that Asher cut. And then we also have rubies. So really sticking with some classics here with our sapphire in the halo, the ruby, but multiple pear shapes put together to make that floral. And then the wider band on the sides with big diamonds throughout the sides and the center. And then of course the Savorite garnet, rare as can be over here, and a lot of gold weight. So any one of these three you like, we're going to stick with the trio here and give you a great value on any one you like. They're all the same price. This is how we mark them down. It's just got to go. Our jewelers are really, really busy with, you know, obviously creating new and always customizing, getting you all your pieces from the weekend and the size and the gold color you wanted. So the last thing we need to do is take pieces apart. But you realize when they sit here for a minute, if they're just taking up space in a vault, there comes a point when you have to make room for all the new. And so we have to either make a decision. We either have to really, truly like just melt it down or discount it to hopefully just send it out to you. And I think that we're all probably much more fans of the discount, because you can still get the great jewelry, but you get an even better price. And that's the idea. So ruby, sapphire, Savorite, and it's not going to be, ooh, they start at $29.99 and then one was $39.99. So we got either $3,000 or $4,000 rings to choose from here, and none of those prices apply. So here's where you get your great opportunity. Now remember, the ruby piece is only yellow gold. So on the left's got to stay. But the sapphire in the center and the Savorite on the right, you can change those up in the gold color however you want to. So no problem there. You can change them, switch them, do what you wish, but it's not even $29.99. Let's blow them out. This is what we live to do, and this is your opportunity to get something that you've seen before, because they've all been presented in full on the air, and we're making sure they go. And that sapphire, this is what, if every sapphire looked like that in the world, well, first of all, they'd be very, very expensive. And second of all, everybody would want to have a sapphire. Sometimes sapphires, though, they get a little too murky or too dark. And then sometimes they don't give us the beauty that you see there. That's that gorgeous royal blue we want. And anything up here, not even going to be $1,000. We're making them $9.99 for 60 seconds only, and then we've got to go. So this is the ruby. I'm going to try that on first, because that actually gives you ruby weight at 1 carat total, so quarter carats each, and then you've got your big diamond weight at 35. That is also in the 18 karat gold. So yes, we're going upgrading here on the gold. 18 karat on the ruby ring. If you'd like that one, I'm going to put it on my pinky because it's only a 4.5 right now, so that's going to be right there. That's what the ruby ring looks like. Then the sapphire, let me show that one to you on. That's going to make sense here on the ring finger, and then we'll show you the Savorite, which is more of a wider band style, so you can see how those sizes are going to look from a distance. But how about $9.99 for any one of the three? And we got 30 seconds left to shop them. It's just a nice big healthy discount for any one of those three you'd like. And again, changing the gold color here, changing the gold color on the sapphire, and then this one stays in the 18 karat yellow gold, which is how rubies usually are. We see them best in, it seems like, the yellow gold. It seems like that's always the favorite with a ruby, just because you've got that beautiful richness of the res there that you see. And then of course you see those big diamonds down the side. Just a reminder, that is 35 points in diamonds you're getting with the ruby. So a really important style. And then there's our sapphire, classic as can be. And then the Savorite garnet, which is rare to find in that kind of quality. So last call on them. They get either sold or melted down. So it's one of the other there. And we've got $9.99 as your price reduction. So a really good opportunity there. And then don't forget to, don't call me on the ruby if you want to see more about that. And that was the big ruby. We're talking about the 316. So it's two great options. Obviously, the 316 is not going to be anywhere near $9.99, but it's nice to have some affordable Burma for you that can be really, really easy to get. And you can still see the beauty of the best in Burma, like we like to show. So those are your choices at $9.99, and a great discount and value there. And then let us know. We've got some great diamonds diamond pieces as well. Mandarin garnet is here. There is a new Mandarin in a beautiful bow floral ring, kind of a neat little feminine design. And we did have a ruby necklace earlier today as well that was only $599 as well, so keep that in mind. And then we've got our demantoid coming up. So the big discount on our carat 38. It's a big stone in the world of demantoid. So there are your choices. Now, we're going to go ahead and just take a quick look at this one. This is that demantoid at a carat 38 size, which is absolutely stunning. We're talking about our best of the best here with the yellow and the white diamonds together. We saw this mounting yesterday in a similar look with pink and white. Now we're adding two beautiful rare diamonds to either side in that split shank. Then your Russian demantoid, which is a carat 38. It's 111, 6782, and it's going to go very quickly because we know how big these stones usually get is 50 points max. I mean, in the industry, you don't see them in the retail world. So it's a collector's stone. You really have to go somewhere very specific, like TVON, to find demantoid available to you. But still, usually it's going to be the smaller material. And a 50 point is considered large. A 40 point is considered large. The difference here is you're getting a carat 38, mega, mega, mega size. And you've got the yellow and the white diamonds to boot, which is 9 points in the yellow. And then you have another 110 in the white diamonds. So it's very, very important here. A carat, 19, total weight, double halo surrounding your round. That is the color you want. That is the neon you want out of Russian material. This is the rarest garnet of them all by far, and yet it is going to go out at a heck of a value. So this is your chance to pick them up. And all you have to do is dial, because there is only one. So please just give yourself that benefit of being first on the phone lines. Otherwise, it tends to be a battle where you can just miss it out by a matter of seconds, and we don't want that to happen. So here we go. Let's go ahead and just make sure it's under $10,000, because the first thing is these big Russian demantoids are a struggle. That's the thing. You can't get them very often at all. So in order to be able to get one like this, very, very impressive. And then let's take a look at it on as well. So you can see it's got a nice round stone, which of course the rounds are the best way, if you ask me, because this is that stone that's one of the few that disperses higher than diamonds. So to cut around, it kind of lets it show that off the best way it can. It's not $99.99 either, though. Going to make it a lot more affordable than that. So come on in early. Who's going to grab it? It's under $5,000, which would never happen, because this is closer to a carat and a half than it is to a 1 carat. So it's the exotics, but they're going low. That's the theme of the day. We've got the exotics, but they're plenty affordable for you. And they're not even, you know what, skip $5,000 or $49.99. Who will take it? That's what we're about to find out together. Don't want you to wait. It's going to go, and yet you're getting a carat 19 and spectacular diamonds with it. It is only going to be, you know, skip $39.99. Skip it. Want to go even lower? We're still in the first hour. We have 10 minutes left. Top of the hour's coming, and it's really, really good. It's going to be one of our huge, huge blowouts of the day, and it's on a brand new item. So can't go anywhere, especially if you're an emerald lover, for the top of the hour. That's going to be coming up, and you're going to go crazy for it. But it's also about time to get the demantoid home. And we're going to do that by just making it even better than even $39.99. Our big stone is here. And there's only one stone that's larger, but that one's going to be more in that $50,000 range, which is just more than we typically see our jewelry go for. So it tends to be a little bit more of a limiting piece where, you know, not everyone's spending $50,000 on a piece, no matter how rare it is. We're going to take it down even lower, $3,599 on our one demantoid. And that's it. $35.99 on a carat 38. Truly one of the rarest overall. And it's tough to really get into the category of, okay, what's the rarest stone in the world? But it kind of depends on who you talk to, right? Everyone's got a different experience, and some stones are rarer than what even collectors know about. So this is that stone where if you actually look at the vast garnet family, which you know we have a lot of them just even here, you don't see a lot of the demantoids, but when they really excel is when they get into bigger sizes. And then, of course, if you look through a loop, you're going to see that trademark hallmark of it's the hallmark of Russia, which is basically like the fingerprint of Mother Nature, because you see that horsetail inclusion. That only happens with the Russian material. That's it. So you've got a very important style there. So $35.99 gets you the very large carat 38. The top of the hour is going to be moments away. I'm going to flash what you got coming up. Look at that. That is what's coming up. This is truly something I have been waiting for us to do for a very, very long time. It's just difficult to find, as you know, it's difficult to find perfect emeralds, and that one pretty much is. So we'll talk about that. And then I do have, okay, real quick, before the top of the hour gets here, I'm getting limited on my color change diaspores. Everything I have left in the inventory is either a huge size or this one. And this is the round to get. Here it is, the round color changing diaspore, which I know you can't see the color change yet. But what this golden green goes to is a beautiful pinky lavender violet. It is so beautiful. And yet it is rare. It's one source in the world, which this is from Turkey, so it's Turkish color change diaspore is the actual trade, the general gemological name, but I know it's got trade names out there. And so it's the same material as what you see sometimes advertised as Zarite or Zoltanite or things like that. But it's going to be item number 1120447. And this is the big color change diaspore round, which is still giving you a 93 pointer, but its clarity is so strong. Its clarity is so good. And it's bright, and it's just amazingly, it's really just about the flash that you're getting, but then remember it changes, so when you're in a different light source, it's gonna be a different color. And you've got the 30 points in diamonds of the designer mounting around it. White, yellow, rose, you get to choose that. But this is also one of our most affordable rings of the inventory. So it's a good time to pick up a stone that I know a lot of people don't yet have. And the truth is it's getting harder and harder and harder to afford it because now the word is out. Used to be years ago that very few people knew what this was. So it was still a little bit easier to get a hold of. Now, it's become not maybe household name level yet like Tanzanite has become, but it's getting there. And there's a lot of advertising being done to make sure that people who love jewelry know about the rarity of the stone, know about its great jewelry properties like durability, know about the phenomenal properties of it as well with the color change, but look what that does and how it flashes from a distance there as well. We have just, you know what, let's take a moment since we have about 6 minutes till the top of the hour. Let's get it under $1,000, and I'm not talking about $9.99. We're not gonna leave it there. You know how difficult it is as we look at it up close to get a gold band for under $1,000? This is not going to be $9.99 yet. You're getting diamonds, you're getting that exquisite stone, you're getting rare and rare and rare, and yet it's not even $9.99. This is that affordable blowout on something that deserves to be more money. You can't just look at our price tags and go, okay, so I guess that's not so rare. It's the exact opposite. We take some of the rarest material we have, like this one, this very example you're seeing, in gold with those great diamonds in that almost floral inspired design, and yet you're getting something that is downright just affordable. Not even $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.77. That's not normal for diaspores. We saw them in the wholesale world just last month. Well, actually, let's see. We're still at the end of June. It was earlier this month. We saw the trade shows of the world getting, we're talking $3,800, $4,200 a carat for this same type of material. The word is out, people want it. It's got so many layers and levels of rarity together in one stone, yet we're not even asking $777. And it's not a loose stone, it's just a beautiful finished design that's ready to wear and enjoy, and it's only gonna be $699 while it lasts. So we've got a lot to do today, but this lineup is one that just really means we got to move through a lot. So seeing some big discounts on all your favorites. And we got a lot of pieces here from this first hour that are still hanging out too. So I've shown you, let's see, a lot of items here, but I'll tell you there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got about a dozen pieces that are still available from the show. So this is the time to get in and make sure you grab those before we have them go out to other people as well, because everyone's catching up on that first hour and we want to make sure you do get your favorites as well. That's really, really important. So let's keep moving. $6.99 on that one is a do not miss diaspore moment. That's just affordable for a ring like that. When do you see a price tag of under $700 on a ring that's a band, that's plain gold? Think about that. You don't see plain gold bands. They're $4,000, and I get it. That's why you're here. That's why you're probably going, yeah, I know. That's why I'm watching your show and not out there in the mall or at that store or even somewhere else up or down the dial. Because who's going to beat a value like that? And the whole point is there's not a lot of it left here. So not going to be a huge window of opportunity when it comes to the diaspores through that value channel that is TVON. This is your way to go. So $6.99 looks like we've got maybe verifying on that one. We knew we're waiting for the big emerald piece at the top of the hour. We're now 3 minutes away. And then we do have some incredible diamond pieces as well. These diamond drop earrings, Anybody thinking about a gorgeous drop earring with diamonds that looks like this? This reminds me a little bit of those 9-carat ones we had. It's the same designer. Look at that. Isn't that fun? We have some diamond earrings here that are just fabulous. Look at this from a distance. For example, that's a lengthier earring. We don't see a lot of styles like that. So that's going to be coming up too if you like to see them. And then the post is lower, so they give you that great feeling where it just goes up and kind of crawls up the ear too, which is very elegant. And you see the movement in the drop. So those are here too, and that's new and kind of high style for us today. And then we have the Imperial, the museum collection. Boy, I've shown you a lot of great jewelry though, so get in if you have a favorite that you've missed out on. Don't forget, we do have some Blue Wing Block D coming up a little bit later. It's going to be the big cushion cut. 608 is the size. Let me show that one to you. This is coming up in the show. Museum Reserve. My new favorite is the square cushion. That is so fabulous in that mounting. So that's going to be on the way. And then if you like a ring that kind of features the same look as those drop earrings I showed you, we've got one that looks like a solitaire oval. Look at that, but it's not. It's baguettes and rounds together. The sweetest little, whether it's engagement style, whether it's a stackable, whatever you want to do with it, there's a lot of fun ways to wear that. So we do have that one coming your way as well in a little bit. So just a reminder, those are our big designer pieces. And then I did decide, so we had some great studs the other day that had a halo. And then a lot of you said, well, she mentioned you have 2 carats. Do we have 2 carats to show? I actually have the biggest stud earring we've ever brought to you in our history. And they're here today. And they're not 2 carats. They're over 2 carats. And this would be for, do we have a caller out there looking for the biggest stud earring possible? Because nobody excels in diamond values like we do. And a reminder that there they are, up close and personal, just VS spectacular quality. And that is 112-4180. So just wanted to mention it since there has been no 213 style before. And today they've made it. We've made it. And when we bring you the values we do on diamonds, you know those are going to fly. And we're getting you a pretty scrutinizing up close look at them. And they are fabulous in every way, aren't they? Boy, white gold, white background, big diamonds. That's the problem with big diamonds, is that usually you have to end up, if you go the big route, sometimes you got to give up clarity, you got to give up color, you got to give up a lot of things just to get the big size to keep it still somewhat affordable and attainable. That's where we say, no, do not compromise, do not sacrifice. We'll get you the big size and we'll get you exquisite color and clarity. And this again, if they can look good there, when they're set up against white gold on a plain stark white surface like that, if they can look good like that, that tells you something about them, doesn't it? It tells you how beautifully bright they're going to be in the ear. There is nothing, we've never had anything like it. We've brought you 2 carats twice. We have 213s here today. They are exquisite. I'm telling you, it's the way to go if you want diamond studs in the big size. This is the way to go. So we've got them. They're here. They're available. We'll talk about them shortly here. I do have our top of the hour coming up right now because it is officially the top of the hour. So welcome into our big Sunday show. Glad you're with us. This is TVON. I'm Lauren Blair, and this is going to be our last 2 hours of our Sunday. And we're so excited and thrilled to show you what is coming up next for the top of the hour. And then we'll get to those diamonds if anybody's interested, because the great news is we've got great values on diamonds. So that if you're looking right now and scouting what 2 carat VS diamond earrings go for, I think you're going to be a little surprised when you see our price that is so much better. So take a look. There they are again. And then we'll set up our gorgeous top of the hour, which is our emerald necklace. Full-on necklace, no pendant style here. This is the, oh my gosh, look at that. This is what I'm so excited about. I've been wanting to do something like this for a long, long time. The only problem is it's really, really challenging. Oh goodness, it's still got fingerprints and I have polished it probably 18 times. So let's go ahead and do that again. But here's what I've got for you. We've got a special look, and give me just a second so I gotta polish that very, very top little line there. This is gonna be a brand new style for us, and it's a beautiful look. And let's see if I accomplish that. So it's got all this mirror finishing to it as well, which is the border, which I know is gonna be tougher to see here with the way that it reflects, but there you can see that's all yellow gold. Now you are going to get a choice of here, so that we're not saying you have to have it in the yellow gold. You can change that up if you'd like to. And then let me get those diamond earrings out of the way, and those again will be something that if you'd like to see, let me know. But this is where we're so excited to bring you an emerald necklace that's a full-on station style design. This is not just about having, you know, a little emerald or a little solitaire or a little baby stone that's an accent. This is about getting you 112, 46, 47. that amazing platform. So that's how it starts. You build this platform of gold, which is mirror finished on the edges. And then we're just gonna come in closer and closer and closer on the emerald to see the beauty and the clarity there, because that emerald is stunning. And we're purposely showing you as close up as our camera lens will go, so you can see the clarity is spot on. That's why I don't have many, because how do you get identical emeralds that are going to look like that, especially when you surround it in diamonds, and then it's a 70-point stone, that's a minimum, and you're also getting 11 points in diamonds. So we have the chain attached to the corners of this border of gold, which has its own shine, by the way. You're not just relying on the emerald and the diamonds to give you a lot of flash. You're getting that gold border as well, which is so, so well done. And then it's gonna be fully adjustable. These are the other features we bring to all of our necklaces, which at this point seem like, you know, old hat, right? But it's such a big deal, because when you go out and shop the regular world, you go, you know what, why am I having to choose a gold length? Or I have to go ahead and accept whatever length they made the necklace in. And usually that's only a 16. And then a lot of you say, well, I want a little bit of option. I want the adjustability. I want to be able to wear it with different necklines. Or maybe 16 doesn't work for you. Most necklaces out there are 16 inches. This is 16, 17, and 18 option. And then we even went premium on the closure. So you get the premium closure and clasp, which is that lobster claw version, which we love to see. And you get all of that for an incredible top of the hour value. And that's what we're gonna do right now. That's why it's here at this moment, is because we get to really highlight it, bring it to you at a better value, offer you something you do not see ever. And that's what's challenging. We talk about this with emerald earrings. We don't have them very often. Why? Because emeralds are really difficult to get clean, bright stones. They're difficult to match. You have it happening right now. Here's what I'm gonna offer you. We've got a price set up to go out the door for, it's wonderful. It's $29.99. And for an emerald like that, true story here. True story time. I never thought we'd be able to make this. I had asked our jewelry department to make something like this, and I wanted to set something up. I actually created my own piece for my birthday that just happened in this May, and I always wanted an emerald necklace, and so I put together a curb link chain with an emerald, and it's set east to west, and it's got diamonds surrounding it. It looks essentially just like this, except it's an oval stone instead of an emerald cut, and I wear it every day. And I gotta say that just to put it together with all my connections in the industry and just working with wholesalers and obviously getting deals on every step of the way from the emerald to the diamonds, etc., the piece cost me about 2 times what this is right here to put together and make. And it's not like it's a big bulky chain. It's the same thing, only my emerald is now mine's significant. I did a 55-point emerald because 5'5" girl, 5'5's the birthday. So I did a 55-point emerald. So I have meaning, of course, in it. But the whole point is this, is that you don't see emeralds, even if you're making it yourself, even if you're collecting the individual stones to build it yourself and on your own, you don't see a value like where this is at right now. $29.99 is insanely good. We're gonna blow it out because it's the top of the hour, and then wait till you see this on the neckline. It's that station style that still stacks in layers. It stays centered on the neckline all the time. You've got that look. Let me show that to you, for example, in different ways here so you can see the size, because you're probably saying, well, she went so up close. It's probably teeny tiny. It is not. I went up close so we could show you the clarity of the stone, but it's not a small piece. You see it there, and how it's gonna sit on that platform perfectly centered up at all times. That's what's great about a necklace as opposed to a pendant on a chain, is that it doesn't move. It's gonna stay centered. Your clasp, I promise you this, your clasp is not gonna end up in the front. It's a small thing, but I think it's a pet peeve of a lot of jewelry lovers, is when you have your favorite chain, just gravity works that way, where suddenly you know it and I know it. Suddenly you're wearing a pendant, you love your pendant, you love your chain, but suddenly you look down and 10 minutes after you put it on, the clasp is somewhere in the front. And that's not what we're supposed to see, right? Here, it's built like this. It's always gonna stay with that fabulous clasp in the back. You're gonna have the beauty of the centerpiece, but there you see the lobster claw and the 16, 17, and 18 inches. Now, more importantly, here's what it looks like on the neckline. That's important too, because we want you to see how that's gonna sit from a distance. Now, nobody's on the lines yet because it's $29.99. And this is a powerful and important piece. And of course, emerald being one of the classic stones of the world, if you wear it a little higher, it sits here, lower here. That's really the range you get, 16 all the way to 18 inches in length. So it can sit anywhere there on the neckline, but it's gonna be a lot more affordable than $2,000 even. And we'll show it here up close. Now this one doesn't sit on its own, which is why I'll go get that little stand, but there you can see that clarity it gets. that's going to give you that amazing look that you're seeing. So that's where, again, all finished on the side. How about that side view? That could have been just open work. That could have been all carved and cut out. And instead, no. We did solid all the way through, so you've got that great look. And then, of course, I'm going to set it back up for you so you can see it upright. But it's not going to be $2,000 even. You've got the $19.99 spectacular opportunity there, I think we know, with a bigger emerald, like a 70 pointer. It's a good size piece, and yet looks like a 1 carat all day long. We know that about emeralds. They always look bigger than they weigh, so don't feel like you're getting a small stone at all. You're getting a nice size, a nice presence, a beautiful glow. Nothing built behind it. We did that on purpose so that you've got the clarity that really shows off there as well. And we're not even asking for $19.99. Emerald lovers, rejoice, because finally the necklace is here. We've been waiting on this. We've been wanting something like this. It has finally arrived. It's here for you, and it's going to be a better value than even $19.99 or even $1,500. This is going to go so quickly, and we're going to blow it out right now. It's $999. Top of the hour, only a couple available. It's going to fly. So take a look at it one more time, and then we'll see who's got them, because that is not going to be here long. You know it. That is a beautiful, high clarity, stunning, stunning emerald, and only $999 when it should be $19.99 instead. And then you've got that really good clarity and color. So really excited to have that for you. But let me know if you'd like one, because obviously not going to last very long. We know that. And we've got too many emerald fans out there with not enough emerald jewelry ever, because we're so particular about the quality that we choose. We insist on having just bright, clean stones. We can't just bring you the regular cloudy, hazy included material. We got to bring you the best of the best always, and that's what we're doing. We have more backed up calls than we have operators. So here's the thing. I'm going to ask you for your patience, and I really thank you for your patience, because we're really busy on the lines. So here's your opportunity. Grab it while you can. It's $999. That does not make any sense, and I know we have a little bit of wait time. That's what's going to happen on top of the hours when there's a little bit of quantity, but you can't miss out. And you look what you're saving from where it started, where it all began. A $5,000 necklace. Well, of course it is. Look at the clarity of that emerald. Yes. Pendant? Sure. We showed the side profile, and I mentioned that it's open in the back to keep the clarity, but let's show it to you. Here it is. This is the back. So remember I showed you the side, how it's solid? So that's going to sit perched up on the neckline. And then now, do you think that, would you appreciate it? 585, by the way, is 14K. That's another way to stamp 14K. If you've ever seen 585, that's what that means. Look at the clarity, though. And I know it's upside down, but I want to make a point to you. If we put something behind here, like crisscrosses of gold, you would do exactly what you don't want to do, because you would take away from the magic that is this clean emerald. And we don't want to do that. So this is where you get a fabulous look. We kept the gold weight there, you see from the side profile, is nice and weighty and heavy, but you've got that beautiful way it sits up off, and then we didn't put anything directly behind the emerald. So that's my point I'm making. It's got that really nice stabilized gold at the very edge in the border, but it's not going to distract or take away from what is really important here, which is the utmost clarity of that emerald. And here again from a distance, and then I'll show it on the neckline. This is just a stunning piece, and a 70 point minimum, because obviously every stone that we chose is clean like this. Same color, same clarity, same beauty. And so what we did was, obviously, we went with the smallest, which is here, which is the 70 pointer. And then here's what it looks like again on the neckline. That would be hanging out at the 17-inch length approximately on me. 16's right about here, 18's right about here. And you get that great look, which of course is always going to sit perfectly even, perfectly centered on the neckline, never going to flip or turn, always going to face out to the world. And that is how it looks from a distance away. So only going to be $999. Last call on that one, and we'll see who's got the last final few. And remember, you do get your choice of the gold color, which is awfully nice. So you've got a great chance to pick that up at $999. And who got yours, Andy? Hi, Terry. Thank you so much. I'm going to set it back up for you so you can see that upright one more time. And then let's see who else. Who else is shopping them? Jess, you got one too? Arlene, thank you. Here is that emerald one more time. Well, the good news is the piece looks better than the stand, but this is why these are difficult to show. There they go. So that's your clarity on that one. So isn't that great? It's a beautiful stone. Enjoy them. Let's move on. We got a few people still waiting to get through, but again, got to move along here. Let's show our best Imperial that we've ever brought to you. And yes, that is Imperial topaz. I know. This is not what they typically look like, but it's our very best from the vault. Brought it out today in the signature mounting, and I was very surprised because when I saw this stone, I said, well, that's going to be a $200,000, $300,000 piece, and it's not. I'm very surprised with how affordable this is. This is just simply a statement from ownership saying, you know what, we'd like to share our stone with you. And we don't mean just visually like, hey, here it is, let's show it for a couple seconds. We mean share it with somebody. Somebody's going to own this piece from a private collection. It's 1124586. That is your item number on this one. And yes, it is the signature mounting. And it's a 2 carat 69. Keep calling on those emerald necklaces. We're not sold out yet. I'm just got to keep moving because we have that much to show you today. But take a look at the purest pinky purple. We're always excited if we get a little bit of pink from a natural topaz that is called Imperial topaz. But when you're at this level and you get a look like this, and the color is as pure and bright and saturated as this is, and you've got a carat, 28 in diamonds like the signature mounting always has, we are looking at truly one of our very best stones I've ever featured on this show as far as rarity, beauty, exquisite styling, everything about it. It's got it all going on. It's all working here. And yet we're talking about the color as the #1 feature. I really thought this would be easily a 6-figure price tag. It should be. It's just rare to that level. Here's your inside, fully finished. Then let's try it on from a distance away so you can see what kind of magnificent color you are getting. Look at that. It is truly, I have to remind you, this is not topaz that is coated with a little topping or coating like pink topaz is. That's different. This is Imperial topaz. This is the precious topaz. This is one source material in the world. There is nowhere else that you get a stone like this other than Ouro Preto in Brazil. It's the only place. Only mine. Think about that. The world over. There's a lot of sources for gems. There's a lot of different gems from different places. That's what's so spectacular about this, is it's only from that one individual source. Finished on the inside, we got one only. I was shocked to see how affordable they priced this because obviously it's about sharing the luxury and the real unique factor of this stone with somebody who is a collector. It's what we do day in and day out, yes, but there are certain times when you see a piece that you know should be far more money than it is because we're going elite level. And the fun part is we've seen a lot of gorgeous pinks. Even yesterday I had a smaller stone. It was a really very saturated pinky golden. This is another level. I've not really seen stones that have had this much purple tone to them like this has. Let's take a look at it. It's not going to be anything like $100,000. We're really blowing it out. The mounting, well, I've been quoting it for weeks at $6,100 because it is $6,100 just to make this mounting. Why is this piece under $6,000? Well, somebody's going to truly get the Imperial for a discount on the mounting with the stone for free because it's only $59.99. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I know somebody's going to take it. That is truly just this obligation and this desire to share the very best in the world with you and give you opportunities that nobody else would give. No other, there are no chances to get anything like this anywhere else. Imperial's one thing, but it's usually yellow or a little yellowy golden orange. This is a totally different color, completely unique, and it's $59.99 only. So one caller takes it. Who will it be? We're going to find out together today. We're going to find out who's going to take it, who wants the best of the best that's ever been had, that's ever been seen. It is right here, right now. One caller only. Good luck on that one. That is a very special piece, and I can't spend a lot of time on it because we have been discounting it to that degree, so it's time for it to go. It's just one of our best, and it's our first time seeing it. And then we have that big Tanzanite. I do have a large yellow diamond here as well today. Another wheel coming up. We got another discount wheel for you, and anything else you'd like to request, give us a call so we can help you. And those large diamond studs, they're our largest ever, 213 in 18 karat gold. Those are also here. And there's a very important Tanzanite emerald cut too. This one's not inexpensive, but look at that stone. What do you think of that? With the gorgeous flash and color and then princess cuts on the side. So I actually have two Tanzanites today. The emerald cut you're seeing now is the 1128. Also have a 6 karat 08 in the cushion cut that we flashed earlier for you. And a lot more. So let's get to our discount wheel number 2. I've got a wheel every hour for you, and this one is going to be wild. I mean, really, it's some of our best jewelry here. and yet an unbelievable price tag for you, including we're going to start with unheated Padparassha sapphire. So we're going to take a look first at this next piece. And yes, we can give you another look at the Imperial. There it is. There's the Imperial topaz one more time. That's $59.99 only. So you do spend more for the mounting typically if you're just buying the mounting by itself as we manufacture it. So that's an important style. Now let's get to what kind of looks similar here is the Padparassha. Unheated Padparassha here. That's a good one as well, isn't it? Great looking stone, round stone, signature style mounting. Then we have another one. This is a pink sapphire. So first we're starting with the pod. That's unheated. Then we get to the pink sapphire. You see the difference there. This is what I always want to have, is a comparison where you can see the two differences between a pink and a pod, because a lot of Padparassas, they're labeled as such out in the world, and they're not really Padparassas, right? They're really pink sapphires. You see the difference here. The pink's on the right, the Padparassha's in the center, but we're also going to throw in a great-looking tourmaline. This is our Congolese variety we love, and that square cushion cutting. Here's the pink sapphire. There's the Padparassha, and one more to add, which is also going to be another great sapphire option. 112-1935 is our blue sapphire here. Check that out. That's a rich royal blue. We just had the oval on a wheel earlier. Thought we'd add a little more diamond weight here to this one with that gorgeous pear shape, and time to let these four pieces go. So it's just a quick move here just to say, let's show you these one-of-a-kinds quickly. Let's get them out fast. Let's do some discounting here, and that's exactly what we've got. They're all one-of-a-kinds as well, so that's the problem, is that you do need to dial on the early side if you want to get any one of those. This is the highest recommendation I can give you on any four pieces. And yes, you're going to still, I know we've got white gold across the board. Feel free to change the gold color on any one of them you want. Any one, doesn't matter. Whichever one you like, whichever one you want, you're good to go. That's the blue sapphire. Here's the Congolese blue green. There's the Padparassha. It is truly, and the fact is that, I know you guys are thinking this at home, there's a Padparassha and a pink and they're both rounds. On top of that, makes no sense. They're exotic for sure. And you know what happens, what it means when they all are sitting together on a wheel, it means we've got something happening with discounting. And this is your last call in any one of them. And for a lot of these pieces, guys, we haven't seen these on the air very often. It's not like they've been here for years and years or months and months. This is your chance right now. Pick up a discount. There's 39, I can show you all these bags, $39.99 across the board. We're here to make it a better value. That's what we have to do. We're going to try something right now. Get a few of you on the phone lines. It's all sapphires, except somebody invited the tourmaline to the party as well. And you know what? When you're a Congolese tourmaline, you're a VIP. So it's allowed and it's good. And the sapphires are just even more so, because we don't really see sapphires of that green color. There are green sapphires, yes, but this is a different level when you get something like that, where it's that beautiful bright look. It's got, of course, the blues and the greens together that we love. And you've got $39.99 as your should-be price. We're doing a lot better than that. So if you like them, give me a call very quickly. You've got to get your favorite here. And you know they're going to sell very quickly, because when we see discounts on wheels, bye-bye they go. It gets one last chance until they have to be there again. We can extract those stones and melt down the gold and reuse that for other pieces, or we can just get them out right now. So that's what I'm opting to do here, and not $29.99 or anything like that. We're going to make sure it goes a lot lower for you. It's just a matter of dialing quickly so you get your fave, and yet they're not even going to be $19.99. We've got four pieces. They're all one-onlys. Change up the gold as you wish. Make sure you take advantage, because this is quite a show here, but we got prices going really low. They're all falling. They're dropping. It's a big Sunday end of the week. Let's do it. Final call on anything up here, not even $19.99, $18.88, $17.77. It is my opportunity. It's the end of our week where we said, let's just blow out some jewelry. Everybody's in Hong Kong. It's a great day to do some discounting, and yet they're not even $17.77. It's even better. They just said, low, do what you do. Go low, and let's move some jewelry out of here, right? That's what we're offering right here, right now. Anything you want, not even $1,699. What are we doing when there are Padparassas, unheated, by the way? The pink sapphire, unheated. The blue sapphire doesn't say. So blue sapphire, we're going to think is heated there, but you know what? Your pinks and the pods, which are the two rarer of the bunch, they're unheated. The Congolese tourmaline, you know the deal there. The tourmalines are unheated as well. Nothing up here $16.99. And already busy on the lines? Okay, but not busy enough. Not to the point where they're all going to go, and we got to make sure they all go. Every single one of them's got to be spoken for and go out here right now. They're not even $16, not even $15.99. Send them out. That's my job. We got to move some jewelry. We got to get you. We only have about 90 minutes left, so It's the time to get in. Let us know if you have requests as well. We can help you out with those, but it's not even going to be $15.99. You've got a better value coming your way. All we got to do is send them out. How low do we need to go? How about $1,499? That's it. $14.99. That's it. So we got 60 seconds. And it's an unheated padparash on the left, an unheated pink sapphire on the right, a blue sapphire. These are not small diamond weights either. We have a 324 Congolese with 42 points in diamonds. You get a carat 20 over here. Carat 20 pink sapphire. The diamond weight there is 52 points. 104 blue sapphire with 70 points. And then the most exotic of them all, quite clearly, is the padparasha. That's our 89-point padparasha. Which one do you have? Pink sapphire already gone. Congratulations. You want to see on the hand? Here it is. Item number 3267 is coming up right now. This is the pink sapphire. And again, 1 carat, 20 is the size, unheated. It's that bright pop of hot pink meets bright pink. And yet it's got a lot of gold, diamonds down the sides. That's 52 points. And that one is spoken for. Is that correct? Gone officially. That one is gone. Let's take a look at our last 3 that remain. Padparasha, amazing that one has made it this long. Again, that's an 89 pointer, so a light 1 carat on the pod right there. There's our blue sapphire, and we'll bring our Congolese in here for you. So these are the last 3 remaining, although we are very busy in our phone line, so we'll see who's got what. Just taking some jewelry and blowing them out today. That's what we're doing on this Sunday. Happy Sunday, happy shopping, happy summer. That's what we've got for you. The best of the best in values. Padparasha still at this moment is hanging out. I'm a little stunned. It's our light 1 carat. It's a 72-point diamond weight. And it's, yes, let's go with the padparasha next. Not surprised there at all. It's item number 112, $35.50. Take a look at this. Should be $35.50 as a price tag, not as an item number, but hey, it's $14.99 instead. That's the 89-point round, unheated, padparasha. Very rare sapphire, of course, indeed, and it's 72 points in the diamonds, and yep, you can change the gold on any one of these 3 remaining. So padparasha is verifying. Then we've got the Congolese stone. Don't see many of those for the under $1,500 price tag, and then this blue sapphire. Tremendous diamond weight. Remember, the blue sapphire is getting you 70 points in diamonds plus the carat 04 in the center of it all. And that is your royal blue sapphire. It looks fantastic. So it's our last call there. And thank you, the padparasha. It is the pod, yes? Okay, padparasha gone, and thank you so much. And then we've got 2 left now. So our last call, and then the blue sapphire, remember, is that 104. And then it's got the 70 points in diamonds. The Congolese is 324 with the 42 points in diamonds. Hi, Carrie D. Carrie got her chameleon diamond. She said she loves it. Thank you so much, Carrie. I'd like to hear that. That's wonderful. And enjoy it. And now the blue sapphire and the Congolese are all that remaining, and that's it. So last call there. Thank you so much. Let's get to that diamond ring. See what you think of this one. 18 karat gold. Diamonds, what look kind of like a solitaire. Showed it earlier. A lot of designer lovers out there. Look at this great designer ring that we have. This one's going to be our baguettes and rounds together. Looks like an oval. I know. That's what the intention is. Now, here's the freshest latest. If you got an oval stone that was that size in a solitaire band of 18 karat gold like this is, you'd roughly be paying, and I get it, it depends whose designer name is on the inside, but if it was a VS stone, like these stones are all VS stones, if it was a VS stone and you got that ring and you got a similar look, and it's about a, let's just face it, it's about a 2 carat look overall. If you just, had that one big oval. I know it's not an oval, but if it was, it would be on a VS quality, in a white stone like these are. Let's just go comparable here. In an 18 karat gold band, you could easily spend $25,000. This is 1118607. It's not an oval, but it's formed to look that way because it's 3 big baguettes, round brilliance top and bottom. I just got a discount here that I really am proud of. 17 points is the baguettes, 6 points in the diamond weight. So what we're doing here is accomplishing something that looks like a 2 carat solitaire in a really high-end diamond. But we're doing that with 23 points in diamonds, but they're still bigger stones. And yet they're going to have a powerful flash that you don't usually get because one oval can't do what this ring does. So here's what we're doing. This is one of the most expensive designer styles we have. It's one of those looks where they can pile stones together that the intention is for it to look like one big stone. It's just 18 karat gold, so whether you're choosing the white gold or on this one, we can actually change it. So if you absolutely must have yellow gold or rose gold, that's something we're offering to you as well. So you can do that, have it like you want, do all that, fun adjusting. So it's really custom for you. but it never in a million years, and again, I can look at a piece and estimate diamond weights usually within a point or two. It doesn't look like just 17 and 6. It doesn't look like 23 points in diamonds. It looks like so much more, and that's the beauty of it. You could never buy a ring like this in a band, 18K, never could you do this. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And we're going to stay there for a minute because that's what I need you to see. Do you see what's happening with the flash and the fire and all that's happening there? You see that? What's happening is that it's doing something an oval cannot do. An oval can't do that on its own. I don't care how big it is or how nice it is. It can't give you that kind of presence and flash. It simply cannot. So what we're seeing is just hugely, hugely important, and it's a really good way to get something special that you would not be able to get or find for a price tag like this one. So let's take a look at it again up close, and let's help you own it right now and give you the value that's better than even $1,000 or $9.99. Does not make a bit of sense. It really doesn't. And you see the way it's shining onto that wheel in front of it, what's happening in the foreground there, how it looks like there are mirrors suddenly on that wheel when there are not. It is truly amazing. And we're going to make it better than 888 or 777. That's how low we're going. And remember, it's 18 karat gold. You're getting a higher end band. You're getting a better band. And I'm going to make it $699. We are closing them out. They've got to go. We are no longer able to work with this designer because their prices are just too high. That's all there is to it. We paid well under what we ever should have. And now we're literally giving to you for far less than what we paid to get these designer pieces here. So it comes a point where we say, okay, so no more. Obviously, we know that no designer can compete with our value. We know that. We understand that. Nobody can do what we do. We get that. But, you know, we honestly didn't have baguettes to work with to make our own creations like this, so we ended up bringing some in, but obviously it's taken some very big discounts to get them out to you to make them fit in with what we like to do here, which is value beyond. So $6.99 if you'd like it. We'll give it 30 seconds, then we got to go. And we still have our Congolese tourmaline and our blue sapphire from that wheel of $14.99 goodies. And then we do have a Kunzite to show you. It's a gigantic 17 karat stone. We got to share that with you. Plus our tourmaline is here, our big yellow. It's a canary yellow tourmaline, our first of its kind. And so much more. Tanzanite is going to be here. And then please get requests in. Whatever you want to see, we want to find out what you're looking for today. Let us help you own whatever you need, whatever you're looking for, whatever you need to start the summer season off right with some great jewelry. We're here for you. So then, and I'm just looking, we still have a lot of great jewelry here from earlier too. We got a good 25 pieces that are still hanging out here as well. So there are still options from earlier today that you can shop on. Plus we're going to bring out a big carat and a half yellow diamond. That we don't see very often. So lots of goodies to get to. Also, we have anything from yesterday, which I know a lot of you are thinking about pieces from yesterday. There were so many good ones like our Imperial, and got some other great options for you. Yellow sapphire, really pretty Mandarin. Is the Mandarin still here? So let's do this. We've got the Mandarin garnet. I want to show this one more time because this is one of those values that just somehow did not make it to anybody's home yesterday. And I wanted to show it to you because I think this is one of those values that we've had a lot of questions about, and why is Mandarin going up so much? And it's because it's already gone, and meaning all the sources of the world have already been exhausted. The problem is that it only got about 30 years until that happened. There was only 30 years approximately of actual mining before this was completely gone and mined out. So tough stone to get. And it's elevating and rising because it's also very popular. So if you put kind of the metrics of classic supply and demand together, you realize, okay, now I get it. That's why it's elevating in price so tremendously here. It's a Mandarin that's a 75-point roval. It has a great diamond weight of 74 points around it in what is the signature mounting. Same thing we saw earlier with that Imperial topaz collector's stone, except it's a little bit smaller in scale. And yet you've got great finishing on the inside. We're going to blow it out right now. This is what I did yesterday. I don't have a lot remaining from yesterday, but this is one that I thought needs a recap if it is, because it just is undeniable value. And it's as simple as that. I'm going to make this ring $999 to the first caller, which obviously you cannot make the mounting for that price. That is a fact, and we know it. So the whole $999 deal, not typical. But that's what I'm trying to do to make sure we can move some great pieces in our last 90 minutes we have today. And then we're looking for requests as well. So it's a really good day to get those in. Trust me when I tell you, we'd love to bring anything and everything out from the vault for you, whatever you'd like to see, because you know this is the day to shop it, especially at the end of the week here when we're trying to really move a lot of jewelry like this one, which I'll try on for you now. So white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, and then we do, oh, speaking of, we have a request. I don't suppose this has anything to do with the band that we saw yesterday. Tony, it's on the hand. Who is it? Maria. Maria, I want to thank you for this request. I'm going to show you something next, and this one's here if you want it, $9.99. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out why the Mandarin, or somebody's going to tell me why the Mandarin is still here at $9.99. That just seems like a heck of a value to me. It really, really does. Here we are at the midpoint of the show. It's 11:32 out here on the West Coast, and I want to thank you for being here. Yesterday, it was 24 hours ago, exactly, I was standing up here on this set introducing what I called the Diamond Industry Disruptor. It was a ring that was very popular. I think it's been even more popular this morning before the show started than it was yesterday, because a lot of you may have missed Saturday, right? And I got to tell you, those rings that I brought you was the 5-stone diamond band. The difference was the big version. It was the really deluxe version with the carat and a half in diamonds. So naturally, a lot of you have said yesterday, and then Maria called in today and said, might you have the slightly smaller version, which is the 1-carat diamond band? Because let's face it, as much value as I did bring you yesterday on the carat and a half total weight, it still was a piece that, let's face it, everyone's got a different budget, everybody's looking for a different price point, and we will lead no matter what it is. We're gonna lead in value. So naturally, a lot of you had said yesterday, do you have the 1-carat 5-stone diamond band, the traditional, the classic? And the answer was yesterday, no, we do not. But as we like to do, what we did was we brought in, and our jewelers are lucky enough that, you know, a lot of them are here close by, and we actually asked them to come in on a Saturday and a Sunday, meaning Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, to literally, we had our jewelry department get the diamonds together. We had them make the 5-stone 1-carat diamond band, and it literally just got completed. And so 24 hours after I introduced to you one of the biggest diamond values we've ever had in our history, we're going to bring you where it all began, where it all started, the classic, which is the 1-carat diamond band, which is still to this day one of our greatest values. And it makes it a little bit more affordable, or maybe this is just more your size, right? There's a lot of people who want, you know, bigger and better diamonds, and they always want the biggest they can get. Some people are trying to get a smaller, more wearable band. It's just up to you and personal preference, right? Well, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna skip that Mandarin. That Mandarin's still here if you want it. You can go ahead and grab it. I'm about to show you the iconic, and I'm so glad it's in white gold because yesterday's was in yellow gold. This, wow. Here it is, looking just as good. And it's the same type of setting style. Look at that. Looks amazing. We're about to be very busy on our phone lines. But everything that I just mentioned to you about workmanship, bringing it in, putting these together, well, guess what? It doesn't mean we have 100 of these to go around. And I do believe, I think we're sold out of the previous. So here's what I would ask you to do. If you are already, if you're one of the dozens of people yesterday asking for this band ring, if you're already seeing it and thinking, oh, I kind of like that, you need to be on the phone lines because we have fewer available on this band than we did of yesterday's carat and a half version. So it is high time to get on the phone lines here, no doubt about it. 111-1864 is the item number. This is our 1-carat total weight. It means that every diamond is still significant. They are 20 pointers each. So 20 times 5 is 1 carat. So you're getting 1/5 of a carat individual, round brilliant, VS stone, still white and bright, which I was kind of lamenting that yesterday's carat and a half version was in yellow gold because I wanted so badly to show off how white and bright the stones were. And so sometimes, again, in yellow gold, the diamonds tend to absorb some of the gold material around it, right? They kind of tend to pick it up and reflect it back. So even the whitest diamonds can look a little bit more yellow. And ours looked completely white, of course, in the yellow gold, but I love that this one shows off exactly what I like to show off. If I have my preference in a piece here for you, it's let's show our white diamonds in white gold. So you're getting it here. We have nobody on the phone lines yet, but this is one of those that it will not last. Go ahead, Jess. Oh, okay, great. The turquoise ring that we had earlier, I mean, I say great. I really wanted one, but okay, great. I'm glad you got him. The turquoise ring from earlier is sold out. Here we go with our 5-stone 1-carat diamond band. Now, a lot of you own it. Many of you have it. Many of you wear it every day. This is the 5-stone style that started it all, that really is an icon that you can find in other jewelry stores all over the world, but you're never going to find a price like this, especially on such high quality individual diamonds. We have white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold available for you. That I just wanted the, the pieces set in white here to show off, but you're still going to choose your favorite gold color. Just like yesterday's option, this is another one that stacks really well. So if you do want to add one like as an anniversary band, or you want to get 2 and have them as ring guards, or just stack a couple together side by side, you can do that. We had a major value yesterday on our 1.5 carat. It was thousands below where it should have been, even here on this show. This one I do want to show you on. It's right now a size 9, so it's a little bit bigger than what I wear, just for reference here. So this one's going to be a little bit different look on me than it looks on you, just because typically you see they're the stones, because it's a larger size. I wear a size 5.25, so this is a little bit larger right now. Here's the deal. I'm holding it still so you can see it centered up, but honestly, that is impressive, because still you get just about that reach from side to side. It doesn't have all that much of a difference in look than what we saw yesterday, for the price difference, which is vast. So that's why I'd say come on in early, and it does still sit up a little higher. So each one is set in a basket above. They make sure that they do this on purpose, because they want to give it a lot of light to access those diamonds from the sides, because you can put the greatest diamonds in the world in a dark room and they're not going to sparkle if they're in darkness. So you want to see light, be able to access those stones like you have here. It's our 20 points individual stones. Again, that's a minimum. If you get a little bit larger, great. Here's what we're going to do. We have nobody on the phone lines, and that's because, well, I know a lot of you now own a 1.5 carat as of yesterday. If you still were thinking, I'm not sure if the 1.5 carat is too large for what I prefer, maybe you didn't love the price point for your budget, I got to say, this one is not going to be $19.99. And that is a price you would easily find on a 1 carat band elsewhere, where you're getting, or you're having to really sacrifice a lot of quality, like dingier diamonds, brownish diamonds, diamonds that have visible carbon spots and other types of inclusions. Whereas I'm up close for a reason here, because we're showing you the clarity of those stones, the dynamic way that they're bright, like they are flashing and powerful because they're VS. And yet it's not going to be $19.99. This is one of our icons. And I know it's got a lot to live up to after yesterday's value. I get that. But this is where, again, it serves a purpose. It fills a void. If you just want that smaller, more wearable version, if you're more comfortable with that 1 carat size, this is where you go. And it's not even going to be $1,500 or $1,499. And we only have a couple available. It's not even something we have as much quantity as we had yesterday. So that's what's so important. Take a look at it. Not going to be even $14.99 or $13 or $12 or $11 or $10. It's our all-time best value on what we do in diamonds. It's been here and never over the years has ever changed in price tag. That's pretty amazing when you consider what's happening with the gold and diamond world today. And we are truly blowing it out for $999 for the ring you see there, and it's about to be busy. And yet I just don't think we're going to have enough to go around for everybody who wants one, because that's every time historically I presented it, and I kid you not, I've probably presented it close to 100 times. I've been here 8 years. It's a long time. This is an icon that comes out every so often by request. So I've presented a lot. The price tag has never changed. The value is better. So how is that? How can the price tag not change but the value be better? Because diamonds and gold are absolutely soaring in price tag. Gold is about $2,300 an ounce, whereas 8 years ago it wasn't. And diamonds have gone up to incredible degrees, just depending on their quality and their clarity. So this is a moment. $9.99, 60 seconds. Let's move on. We got to go. We've got a lot to show you, and this was a not scheduled for the show, and because I just didn't think there'd be any way it'd get done by today. We were hoping maybe tomorrow night it'd be here. So thankful we got to put a few of these together for you. But what we have, remember, each ring takes 5 stones. So it's not like we have 1,000 stones that are 20-point VS stones that we can make this kind of deal. Here's where you get it. 40 seconds remaining. Thank you so much. And again, because of the way it's set, has a nice straight edge to it with those squared off baskets, so it actually does sit beautifully stacked together. You can put them side by side and they work. It is just a gorgeous piece. And classic because you're going to wear it every day likely. And still, like I said yesterday, it can be a pinky ring, a thumb ring, and anywhere in between. So it's a great way to own diamonds for sure. And $9.99 makes it yours. All right, we're going to keep on moving. Got a lot to show you, including the big tansy is here. We've got the 11 karat, but I'm thinking we like the square cushion a lot today. There was a lot of response when we flashed that for you. There's a big Kunzite on the way as well. It's our one-of-a-kind 24606 coming up. We're going to show you that one on the way. Let's get to it. Diamond bands, wowza, still available. Well, if you gave up on me yesterday because you were hoping to see it and didn't, well, here it is. Last call, really didn't think there'd be any way we could see it today. So thankful it is here and it made it to our Sunday. Last call though, because I've already got, I think we've got 4 gone out so far. It leaves me with 2 left. I did start with only 6 rings, unfortunately. So it's going to be a quicker presentation, of course, but love that piece. And again, if you do want that carat and a half, you got to check because naturally throughout the show yesterday, they were completely sold out by the end of the day. We've had a couple that, you know, sometimes charges don't go through, people change their mind or what have you. So if you'd like to ask about the carat and a half, you can. I know several have gone out during this show in the first hour for carat and a half as well. The carat and a half, if you weren't here with me, was $19.99 for the 30-point stone. So it's the same ring, but 30-point stones instead of the 20-point stones, and it's only $19.99 where it used to be $4,999. So that was a big value too. So really you have a choice of here. So this would be the day to get one or the other. It's just nice to have them both here for you. And $9.99 makes that band the most affordable way to get a 5-stone style here. So that's an incredible value. And we are busy on the phone lines because I think suddenly reality has hit. And maybe you've done the comparison shopping or you've looked around and you've said, oh my goodness, but everywhere else listen, do you know why we started making this? I had a few of you contact me one day because one of those big 24-hour places did a diamond special, and this was years ago. They don't even do natural diamonds much anymore unless they're accents. They do all lab grown, like most of the jewelry stores. That's not unusual. And one of those big networks had a, you know, big special. It was like really special, and it was for that day only, and blah blah blah. And a lot of you said, well, I did the legwork and I did the homework and I looked specifically at the carat weight and the quality and the color, and I realized they were like I3 stones. So they were really included. And you guys came to us and said, do you think you could make it? And we actually topped that big value. We topped it when we made it here with a VS quality in a much better gold setting. So this is where, and that was years and years ago, and it's been a favorite and tried and true ever since. So that's where the whole idea and the whole inspiration came from. We know it's a classic style band that a lot of people love, but that's what you'd asked. You guys know, and you guys, I know you watch everybody out there, I know that. You know everything that's going on everywhere in jewelry. You know who's doing what, you know. That's the thing, this started years and years ago. Based off, you wanted a better quality. You said, before I go spend thousands of dollars on an I3, really dingy quality diamond, I want to see if you can make it and make it in your quality. And we did, and we made it a better price. So that's how it all began many years ago. And now here we are. Who would have ever thought that in June, late June of 2024, we could still bring that quality, still bring that icon, and make it the same price. That's what's so amazing about what we're doing, is that is a value then, it's an even bigger value now. The price hasn't changed, but the value is much bigger now. So is anybody else getting one? Very good. We are very, very busy on these phone lines. A lot of people taking advantage of that $9.99. It's just a lot of gold alone. There's very few designers that are going to do a gold band like that for $9.99. So we're going to keep moving. We got our big Kunzite here as well that we'll do really quickly here before we get to our Tanzanite. And here is half of it. That's a big stone. We just saw a great diamond band, and yet we got to zoom back and give it a lot of room to fit this stone into the picture here. It is going to be item number 1124606. Isn't that a great stone? 16 karat 91. Major color here, and boy, did we have a great Kunzite yesterday. It was a cushion cut square though. This is the cushion cut that's elongated. So you get a more rectangular shape and style to it. Really, really well done with that. Color still there. It's got all that same gleaming, glowing, amazing look to it. It's also a 1691, so that is truly the size. I know, it's a big one. And then just a perfect halo and diamonds around it, but you got to take a lot of diamond weight to get around a stone that size. So it's 96 points in the diamond weight overall. And it's in white gold now. You can change it if you choose. Yes, go ahead. Did she? Oh, she got 2 of them. Very nice. Thank you so much, Maria. We appreciate you. That is fabulous to hear. And I know we had a lot of other requesters from yesterday taking that band as well. So I'm so glad we got to make that for you. Glad we had a few stones to make a few rings. And if you haven't picked one up yet, like I said, check and see if they're still available because it is limited and we don't want you calling tomorrow and missing out. That's never a good thing. So here we are ready to just price this one to move. And then don't forget, we do have big diamond studs. The actually, I'm going to check the millimeter size. They're huge. I think they're 6.5, but let me check. They look maybe even bigger. So yes, we do have the 213s coming out too. 213 studs, our largest we've ever brought, coming out. But actually on this Kunzite, we're gonna make this a lot better than $89.99. I knew it. Wow, those are good size. All right, so then we've got, oh good, another Mandarin garnet coming out. Who's this for? Regina. We've got a Mandarin for you next. Let's just move this fast. Big Kunzite on the way out, $89.99. I'm skipping it. We're going to blow it out now, but first I got to try it on for you, get you an idea of the size of the ring on and make sure that's going to work for you there. Great color, blues, purples, pinks. I mean, it's almost like the pink is the third color on the list, when usually that's all you get, the lightest little shade of pink, and now it's gleaming and glowing with these neon purples and blues. It's amazing, and it's not even $89.99. Huge value. We're going to make it $2,999 for one collar. Got to move it. And then the Mandarin garnet in the bridge is coming out to play. This was one of my bigger discounts the other day, so we'll see that coming out for you, and that's going to be Regina's request. And then yes, on to our Tanzanite at the top of the hour. That is a 6 carat that we'll see on the way in the big cushion cut square. So in all requests, keep them coming because we only have about an hour and 10 minutes left in the show. Not a lot of time. And yep, the Mandarin is coming out next. This is $29.99. Sensational color. And watch this as I prop it up and we watch the colors go from one side to another all the way through. What do you think of that? It's a pretty stone, isn't it? So dynamic, bright as can be colors, and very, very saturated. Next up is the Mandarin garnet for Regina's request. Take a look. It's our round in the bridge. We saw that roval earlier. This is a true honest to goodness round set with the halo, basically set between two bands. There were some of our bridge mountings, we do a lot of big diamonds. We do diamonds every which way. Here's where you actually get the more sleek nature of the mirror finished gold on the top and the bottom of the band. 172 is your carat weight on the Mandarin, and that's going to be item number 1923. And it's a good Mandarin, bright as can be. That's the color you want. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It doesn't get into the browns. It's not too yellow. It's just a bright neon pop of orange color. Plus it's got the yellow flashes, plus 67 points in the diamonds. And it's going to be one major blowout value. It's $13.99. I'm getting right to it because it was actually part of a huge discount the other day. So we're just bringing it back out by request. That's a very important band and style, isn't it? Good looking, that one. That's the, and wait to see it on, because just the way that single row, and here's how it looks first from the sides. There you see that's the one bigger row in the round brilliance that goes straight on through and underneath. Then you see, I just like seeing that culet. I think it just looks cool how it's floating there, but it's not floating literally. It's set in prongs. It's set even with that rim of gold around it. So it's plenty secure. Yes? Yes, Linda, we will. Your wish is my command. We'll do it next. Yes. Diamond drops. Yeah. Oh, together? You got it. The roval with it. You got it, Regina. So this is one option. Then we had our $9.99 in the signature mounting earlier, so I'll show them side by side. But first, I wanted you to see that bridge on the hand there. So you got it. Regina will bring that back out for you. And that also is going to help to see whether you like the white or the yellow better. So let me put that off to the side. We'll bring out our yellow gold signature style with the roval Mandarin here. There you go. And you can see there's that's a little color difference too. So you can see how the round is just maybe a little bit more saturated and a little bit, I wouldn't say brighter, they're both bright, but there's a little difference in the color there. And then we'll show our big diamond earring drops coming up next. Loving those. And they are, why are they so affordable? This is the big designer style too. Big designer piece coming up with so much diamond weight. Okay, that hopefully helps. Now keep in mind, the left side is $9.99. The right side of your screen is $13.99. So there is a $400 difference because you are getting a difference in the size. It's a 75-point oval here, but it's technically a roval. And then this is the 172, so you're getting almost a carat larger. Plus, diamond weights are a little bit opposite. This is actually more diamond weight, 74 points on the signature mounting, and then this round has the 67 points in the diamonds in the bridge. So $13.99 right side, and then what I'll do just in case, that's the next question probably, is can you try them on side by side? And the answer is yes, I can. So we will do that for you, and then you can see which one you like better. Obviously more width here overall, diamonds that continue a little bit more over and around. This one's got that bridge style, but it's a subtle bridge. It's nothing that's too oversized or heavy to wear at all. So again, $13.99, $9.99. They're both available for anybody because they're both available right now. So it's just a matter of, it's like, there are very few Mandarins that are ever to this degree of discounting. So it's nice to have two great options for you. And again, $9.99 over here, but you are getting more diamond weight here. And this one's 67 points in diamonds, but a larger stone by a carat or so. And that one's $13.99. So it really boils down to, I think, what setting overall you like and what shape you like. Do you like the round or the roval? Do you want the bridge, or do you want the signature style? Or does one just fit into the budget better than the other? That's up to you. But I love that we have two options, and rarely if ever do you see Mandarins that are dropped today to prices like that. That's like a 20-year ago price tag on Mandarin garnets. Okay, coming up, the diamond drop earrings are next. And those are here. I'm not sure what's going on with the Mandarins, but here we are. Look at this. Now, this is one that, again, not going to be the easiest one to show you here up close, because they're not meant to be sitting on a wheel, especially one as wonky as this one is today. But we're going to have a great look at them on. The good news is I have an ear piercing, so I can try them on for you and show you from a distance, and yet this is what they look like here, dropping from this length. It's one of our larger diamond earrings we've ever created, 11244337. We didn't even create them, actually. Truth be told, they're a designer style that are not our own, that match what we saw in that little oval ring earlier. This is where you get a 2-inch drop. I do want to show you where the post is, because there's going to be quite a bit of coverage here as far as the way they're going to elevate up over the ear. So you can see, and you'll see that on, because I'll put one on for you where you're getting 18 karat solid gold, which is always, I think, extra special in an earring, because it is less likely to create that darkening effect on your skin if you are, like myself, a little sensitive to alloys. This is a carat 76 in baguettes, 94 points in rounds. There is a lot happening in overall diamond weight to the tune of 270. In total carat weight here in 18 karat gold, what again kind of is like that ring many times over, where it looks like individual ovals and marquees and pear shapes, when there are no ovals, marquees, or pear shapes. They're all rounds or baguettes. So that's really this great designer. That's their forte. That's what they do so well. Put together pieces so that this looks for the world like you're wearing all huge fancy cut diamonds down the ear. Instead, as we go up close to the other, you're not. It's the baguettes and the rounds put together, and I will try to see if this will balance a little bit better for you, because I really want you to see. And you know what? Wait just a second so that we can help you and see. There's fuzzies everywhere today. Let's see if we can show this a little bit better propped up, because I want you to see all those diamonds are so special there. And then if we show you the bottom portion, it's going to be tougher to show you the top portion. So let me do this. I'll try one on, because that's the first thing. 2 inches. Let's see if you like the way they look on, first of all. That's more important than anything. And then we're going to get to the great value, because they are $14,999. I know that's steep. That's a lot to pay for one piece of jewelry, I believe. And the good news is we got a much better value coming your way here right now. So I'm about ready to show them to you on. Dealing with some severe, hopefully, allergies, so never mind me. But I am ready to show them on now. Just needed a tissue first. But there they are on, so you can see. And I don't have the backing on, so again, they're hanging out. They're balancing. But this is to give you an idea. And what I can do is hopefully show it like that. Just kind of give it a little prop up so you can see there what they're going to look like. But this is like a high wire act that you would not even see at the circus here. But let's take a look at what they look like up close. Then I'll go ahead and let me see if I can find a backing somewhere. But this is actually going to be, instead of $14,999, we're going to do a lot better for you. And we're going to just mention it is white gold only on this particular style. So that's the key. And we're going to get you a wow factor here. This is really important, and I have to discount them. Otherwise, I have a feeling they're going to stay here. We don't want an earring like this hanging out here. We want them to go to your house. So they're available for all those parties, get-togethers, weddings, all those different gatherings that you want to look and feel fabulous for. this is what you need. A drop earring done in 18 karat gold, done with those VS diamonds. Here's just another look, so just so you can see them upright, because they're going to come with a larger oversized butterfly backing. And then you can see there, I just want to put them on where the post is. So you can see there is kind of that climbing effect that the diamonds are going to give you. They're going to go much higher than where your piercing is because of where that post is. So let's go back to the wheel. I'll show you again in a couple of different ways here what they look like. But we're going to make sure they go out the door. And this is how we bring the value of a lifetime in diamond earrings. Here's what they look like. That's a much better look to see them here. Not on now. I'm holding one. Yeah, there they go. And they're actually going to be less than $10,000. Not $99.99 or $89.99. I know how pricey this designer gets. So I always just try to get them into our level of pricing here and our diamond values, and yet this is one for the ages here. We're going to make them better than $8,000, $7,000, or $6,000. They're not even $59.99. Huge opportunity for my diamond lovers. I realize this is a very important earring. They may not be your everyday style, but there is something to be said for having that go-to every time in life that you want to feel extra special, you want to just dress to the nines. This is how. Maybe the standard hoop and stud don't work for those occasions, right? Maybe you really want to have something that is very special. This is it. This is the earring. It's only going to be, you know what, make them $4,999. That's all for a spectacular 2 carat 70 diamond weight in 18 karat gold. Again, there's your post, so you can see it's a little lower on that bouquet cascade of diamonds that you're getting, and yet $49.99 gets them to one collar, white gold only. I remember those, these remind me so much of the 9 carats that were here for about, what were they here, 7 years or so? And they just sold recently, and I got to tell you, that took a lot of discounting. So what I did here was say, this is debut day. Let's just get them right down to the discount today so they can hang out and go out to somebody who's going to be, I think, really proud to have those in their jewelry collection. No other earring quite like it in our collection at all, and only $49.99. Again, it's a little bit higher end designer here than what we typically see, because it's not just round brilliance. Those baguettes are more costly. It's more costly to work with and use bigger baguettes like these are. And of course, a lot of 18 karat gold that you've also got there. And I think both of our Mandans are still here if you want to inquire about those. I would highly recommend it. And then there are diamond earrings, and now we are only 1 minute away or so from the top of the hour, which is that big Tanzanite deal coming out. So lots to get to. Diamond studs are here, by the way. The 213s are our largest we've created for you. They're also hanging out here. Nobody's asked about them yet. We flashed them earlier. Here's the earring up close, by the way, so you can see what they look like here. And I'll just drop the, I want you to see that total cascade there, that detailed design. You can see it's all hinged in between each section of the drop. So you've got that little bit of floral, leafy-like look. Then you've got bigger rounds, bigger baguettes, the pear shape that's created at the bottom. And then there it is, that top floral design, which almost are really marquise shapes that are created by the baguettes and rounds together. So it's an extraordinary earring. They're absolutely gorgeous. They just, the way they play with the light, there's nothing quite like it. The baguettes are, it's worth getting a diamond earring and baguettes, I think, just because there's such an extraordinary way that they play with light that's just so different from what you see the rounds do, which is usually what we see in most of our diamond pieces. Okay, next up, we're going to be moving along. Those are here if you'd like them. And then we do have a really fabulous Tanzanite top of the hour, but we're in last hour almost. So it's time to get requests in if you have them. Don't forget, we had the diamond band here. The 1 carat was here. Here's our top of the hour Tanzanite we get to show you right now. Look at that. Fabulous. It is quite the piece here, and it's going to be item number 112-4584. Welcome into our last hour of our Sunday. This is quite the stone, and it's museum reserve, and look at the reds all the way through it. So stunning, bright, beautiful. It leans a little bit just based on the mounting and the diamonds around it. So just to mention that, it's just kind of leaning a little bit to our right here on the wheel, but it's a fabulous piece. Museum reserve 608 is the carat weight on this one. And then the diamond weight is tremendous. It's a carat 22. So we're not just throwing in a couple of accents here. It's got one of the bigger diamond weights we have all throughout our inventory, especially in, yes, a variety of the signature mounting that we're seeing. And I do want to show you the sides here, because that's a really nice way that the pave rolls from one side to the other. So even from the profile, you see great diamond weight, and that's so important. So we're going to welcome everybody to the top of the hour here. It's our last hour of our fabulous Sunday. Glad you're here today. I'm Lauren. This is TVON, and we got our last hour that already It's going to be busy. We know that. There's a lot to show you. There's a lot of requests we're probably going to be getting. I hope so. Keep them coming. We got another wheel for you that's museum discounts as well. But this one, oh, this piece has got to go. It's our 608. It's been here before. This is not your first time seeing it. This is not a debut moment. It is the first time we're seeing a new low. That's the problem. It's stuck around from 2 airings previously. It's a $99.99. That's what happens with the Museum Reserve. They get into that price point, and they kind of are supposed to stay that way because they're so important and rare. And then I started to discount, yes, the Museum Reserves. But of course, we're in last call on our Blue Wing Block Ds. So it's still going to be that one that requires a little more urgency than everything else. But when you see this on, I think you're going to see even more because this tends to be a little bit darker lit area. So you're really seeing now the magic of the Museum Reserve in this Blue Wing Block D. It's not $99.99. We do have a moment here, a great way to start. And I just think that when it comes to Blue Wing Block Ds, and if you want to collect, try a cushion cut square. They've easily become one of my favorites that we do. I typically love the emerald cuts and love the rounds for the flashes they give, but there is something similar. It's almost as if you fuse the two together. That more squared off style that it has certainly is one thing, but then you also get the tons and tons and tons of red flash and sparkle and brilliance as if it's a round. So that's more unique. And that's why I think we're all falling in love with the square cushion cuts, but falling in love at that kind of last critical juncture here where there aren't many left at all overall. So this is a good time to get one. And my job, when all the blue wings have gone up, and I don't know, I mean, it's been a struggle because the blue wings have gone up in price. They have. We've all seen it. We've all witnessed it. We know what's happening. But that's because all the rest of the Tanzanites all across the world are going up. They're all going up. We are at wholesale trade shows basically every 3 weeks. It's like, especially the beginning part of the year here, really the first 6 months of the year, it's a trade show every few weeks and internationally held. And we're talking about seeing the same stones over and over because it's the same gathering of folks that are in the trade. It's not all that big of a world when it comes to fine jewelry and gems and collectibles and quality. It's the same folks over and over and over. And yet we're seeing prices excel. And I'm talking about, you know, Blue Wing is only here. So I'm not going to give you a comparison price. I can't. I literally can't give you a comparison on Blue Wing Block D because they are only here at this show. But when you've got the lower quality material out there and it's in a wholesale environment and it's going for $3,000 and $3,300 a carat, it puts in perspective what we're doing. Now, some folks here believe that if that material, if the really, really lowest end out there is $3,300 a carat, then why are we selling it so little? And I got to tell you, as I've had this now material, it's been one of the great pleasures of my career is to bring you Blue Wing Block D here. I really want to take these last few, however many days we have or weeks we have with it and still continue to bring you value. So what should be $99.99 is not going to be. We're going to take it a lot lower. Take a look at it. We're going to get you some help here. Help, yes. The color change diaspore? Sure. The round we had earlier coming up right now. Here's the diaspore from earlier. In case you missed it, 1120447. This is the diaspore ring we had earlier. It's the round. It was the 93 light 1 carat. 30 points in diamonds with it as well. And that style is very pretty, very feminine, very designer as well. I guess we got to zoom back. Tells you something. We just had a huge Tanzanite. And this ring's even larger than the very big Tanzanite. So it's a nice size ring. It goes to that top to bottom, point to point. It's got a really nice presence to it. It can be done in any gold color. Hey, it's still available and it's only $699, which is one of our more affordable pieces of the day. So huge value on that color changing diaspore. It's a 1 round stone only. It's like the leafy pattern within the points that almost look like heart shapes or pear shapes around it. It just looks so good to see a design like this that's a little bit more feminine and detailed, doesn't have the basic, like we've all seen the halos. We know those are classics and they're great. They always will be. But it is fun to dress it up a little and take a stone that's just under a carat, really give it some amplification here with the bigger way that it spreads across the finger. I mean, you see it's got a nice overall look to it. And what else have we had for $699? It's tough to do when you're creating fine jewelry, even if it's a little speck of a stone in a stud. It's a very different deal when you've got a ring overall with one of the rarest stones in the world that's a one source, color changing, phenomenal stone, the detail of the diamonds around it, which is about 1/3 of a carat, and then you've got your choice of gold color, and yet the price tag is $699. That is very unusual to see. So we're thrilled to bring it to you. $699 any gold. Was here earlier and still here at the moment if you'd like to go ahead and grab that. So we'll get back to our Tanzanite, and I'm going to have to recap where we were at there with the Tanzanite, but this is our big blue wing where, again, bottom line is 3,000 plus a carat. Yeah, that would put us out of reach here, and you guys would laugh and scoff because you're used to $99.99 as a, ooh, too big of a price tag. We're going to take it a lot lower. I'm going to do my first auction of the day because I think that's what it's going to take. My lowest price set for today is still $74.99. True story. Can't go any lower unless we say, let's make it up to you. Let's put it on the auction block and see what happens there. When I can tell you it's not going to be, obviously it's summertime, right? So it's not going to be like, there's not going to be 20, 30 people on an auction, unlikely. So this is a great chance to pick it up because you save a bundle as a result. Think about it. If you don't have a lot of competition, that's a very good thing. And that gives you better value. It gives you bigger value. And this is supposed to be $74.99 done and out the door. And instead, we're trying something very different for you just to send it out today because we got to make sure these blue wings go. We have very few days left with these stones. It has been the utmost pleasure to bring them to you. I know we've been very proud of it. We have the best in the world. It's a special ownership collection. These were actually compiled by the miner. So who else does that? Who else gets you direct connections like that where you actually got the stones from the guy who was in the mine decades ago getting it out of the ground with his own two hands? That's pretty cool. And then he saves it, kept it a secret from the entire industry, including the other miners. And basically, years later, he gets it to us. He gets it to us, we take advantage of it, we bring it to you exclusively, all of that. That's a very important way to shop. How else do you shop for jewelry? And do you get exclusives like that? Do you get opportunities like that? And here we are in final days of bringing it, and we're putting it on the auction block. Not going to be $7,000 to start. That ain't going to work. We're thinking $6,000. Well, that's under $1,000 a carat, but that's not good enough. $5,000, $4,000. We can't do that either because the idea is move it on out. Get it a great home, finished on the inside, all this decadence of that detailed designer mounting with a carat 22 in gorgeous diamonds with it, and it ain't going to be $4,000. What about $3,500? Let's go. $35, $10 increments, and we're going to see who's out there. Today, last hour, actually now 50 minutes remaining. So here we go. And the diaspore is still here too, by the way. So if you want that diaspore we recapped, it's available for you. And then we have turquoise drop earrings we're going to see. But I'm giving this 60 seconds to get that one going. We've got a major, major value right there. And red flashes galore. Now, that's only going to get more prominent when you see it in person. You know that by now. These stones get better. It's probably not your first blue wing, but hey, if you don't have one yet, it's a good time to get one because we're almost sold out of them. Here's your way to go ahead and capture a serious value. 35 we don't have. 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Requests are needed. Not welcome, they're needed. Give us your requests. We've shown you a lot of jewelry early. Leaves us with an hour, 45 so minutes left. Show you your request. Get you all the favorite pieces you want to see. So we don't have 35. And that presents a dilemma. The mounting is one of our best. This is a lot like the signature mounting, which goes for $6,100. I'll be honest, I don't have the exact price on this one. As of Friday, I don't. But I know that the mounting that has 128 in diamonds is $6,100. So let's be fair. Let's call it a $6,000 mounting. So look at the savings, potentially $2,500 of savings right now on the mounting with the Tanzanite being for free. That sounds like a good deal. We're going to help you right now. I'm going to make this easier. We're not going to do $3,500. We're not going to do 34, 33, or 32. And this is a quiet day to be doing auctions, which is why I have refrained for the last hour and 29 minutes from doing any of them. But now we're at the end of the show. We've got the final call here, and we're not going to do $3,200 after all. So this gets better. Just let me know if you like it because I'm not asking for 32 or 31. Let's go 3,000 and get it started that way. We're going to go ultimately unfortunately low here. You know it's not supposed to go that low. This has been up on the air many times before. So we're going to go 3,000 to get it started. We need to hear from you today. It is time to get this one a home. Simple as that. That's just as simple as it gets. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, $10 increments remain. 3,000 to get it started. A beauty of a stone. I love the square cushions. It just takes all the flash we love, but doesn't overtake the reds. And I mean the flashes of that brilliant factor, that bright, almost diamond-like flash. I'm not talking about the red flashes. Those are still there. Sometimes with brilliant stones in Tanzanite, you get one or the other. Sometimes the beautiful brightness of the stone can take over the reds. That is not the case here. And we have a couple calls waiting. I'm so sorry, guys. We have such a light phone bank today. So summer's here, I guess. Everyone's on their vacations, I guess. I don't know. But here we are, and I know we have some backed up calls, so we can't get anyone through at the moment, so just bear with us. And we'll see if we do have the open at $3,000. But I don't think we do yet, which would be a little bit surprising on a stone that's that good. And obviously had no luck at the 5,000 or the 45 or the 4, and now here we are, even 35, no open. So now working some magic here, $3,000 to get it started. We got a long way to go from there, even if we do get the open, and we don't have it. So I guess we'll move on. But I know we have some backed up calls, so I'm just trying to wait and see if any of those callers, yeah. Okay, so hang on, we got a few people on the phone lines here that are trying to get through. They're just a little bit in queue right now. So just bear with us. We'll see if we have the open. Maybe we do. I'm hopeful. When you see a sudden influx of calls like that, usually that means somebody's probably going to have the open. Could be requests, could be pieces from earlier. We don't know. But I'll try it on again. Yes, that's the best idea. Let's try it on again. And then I'm going to go through yesterday's. Let's see if we got anything from yesterday to show you, because I'm almost out of today's jewelry. I've been going too fast. We are showing you basically 3 hours of jewelry in the first 2. So that's why I said I need your request. Tell me what you'd like to see. We've shown everything for today pretty much, except turquoise earrings and a big yellow diamond. But that's about it. And then we got to move. So do we have $3,000? We're going to find out in a hurry here. That is just a stunning stone. And look at the inside and the finishing. So what's it missing? Let's see. Besides an opening bid, what is it missing? What doesn't it have? I think it's good. I think it's covered. I think we got you hooked up here with one of our best. Yes, we'll try it on the hand again here for you. Sounds like we're verifying the open. 3,000 only. You know that's too low. It's a 6 carat 08. It's again, I'm underestimating the mounting, but I'm estimating the mounting at $6,000 because the 128 mounting we do that's almost identical, but it holds an oval instead of a large cushion, is $6,100. So I think that's fair. We're going to call it a $6,000 mounting from our factory. Yes. Okay. So the good news is we do have a light phone bank. It's not the good news. I still have some folks. I'll tell you this, if you are making a request and I know I want them, but if you are making a request or have a question about something earlier, I'm just going to try to get everyone through first on the auction. So I'm just going to ask for phone calls in the next 45 seconds for auction only, just because we have, again, very few operators here. So we do have $3,000. Okay, we do. Thank you. We do have officially, just have to make sure. We had $3,000 maybe a second ago, and we have $3,000, and that means it will sell. That's the good news. But being totally honest, as I always am, we're at a loss here. We're at a serious loss on this one. And that's okay. I don't have a choice. There is no reserve. That's the thing. Once we get the open, guess what? That's it. That's it. It's not like I can say, never mind, I don't want to sell this. Because we've got the open, it's official now, it's going to sell. It will, it has to, and it's going to probably happen in the next 2 minutes here because I think we're probably looking at last call. So this is where, is it important to dial in a hurry here if you're thinking about it, because now we know it is going to go. And we've been waiting. It looks like that's what we've been waiting for today. Now the 11 karat that I have in the emerald cut has a lesser diamond weight by far, and it's also going to be way more money. So if you like the emerald cut that I flashed earlier, we can always bring that out, but I would say Given the price difference compared to what I've done on this one, I would say this is the way to go. Just from a value standpoint, that's going to be our better value, I think, of the day. Yes. Okay, Sandra, you got it. Who was it? Tracy. Oh, hi, Tracy. Okay, so we're going to give it a final 2 minutes because it's come down to this. Collect these stones. Collect them. I know most of you are like, yep, I'm bored. I've been on board with the collecting for a long time. Collect them before they're gone. Get your favorite cuts before they're gone. If you don't have the square cushion cut, honestly, it presents a different look than all the other cuts do. So seriously consider getting a square cushion cut if you don't have one, because it looks different than the ovals and it looks different than the emerald cuts. It looks different from all of that. And we're just really proud to bring it. And we still do have, yes, we do, Sandra. We're still going to bring the yellow diamond. It's our carat 53, and we still have turquoise drop earrings. And that's then when we're going to take over with the request, because we still have those to show you that are new today. This one's going to go, though, $3,000. And we're looking, I think we might be verifying, are we at 3,010, 3,020, 3,100? I don't know. I'm hoping to hear something like that. Let's give it our final 2 minutes, though. Last call on this one, then it's going to be gone. And then when it's gone, gone forever. Can't bring them back. Can't make it. We know very well what we have and what we don't have. So in Blue Wing Block Ds, it's the now or never moment right now. It's got to go and it will, and we are just now 1:48 away from finding the winner. So it's just come down to this. This is the moment to make sure you're on the phone lines, because that's what we ask first, to just be on the phone lines. We have to kind of close the auction, so to speak, when the clock hits 0, which is only about 95 seconds from now. And there's a delay with the broadcast, and then there's a delay on the phone. So you do want to dial way early. Don't wait till the clock. And I say this to our new shoppers out there. Do not wait till the clock hits 0 and then dial. That puts you about 2 minutes behind. Yes. Yes, the emerald cut that I have looks like this. I showed it earlier briefly. This is the emerald cut, which has 90 some points in diamonds. I'm refreshing my memory. It was 91 points in diamonds. That's the 11 karat. So I know the auction is for the cushion, but let me just show you. That's the 11 karat 28. Because some people want to know, should I bid on this one or should I wait for the emerald cut? Well, that's the 11 karat 28, 91 points in diamonds. Here's the 6 karat. Boy, that does not look double. Do you think that looks double? I don't think that looks double. That's almost double the size. I don't think you're getting that big of a visual difference there. So the 11 karat, and I love an emerald cut too, no doubt about it, but that is a very special value. And again, the emerald cut's way more money. It's $17,999. I'll show you. There's the emerald cut, $17,999. This is at $3,000, 30 seconds left. Last call, last chance. Let's see where she goes. That is a very important stone. And yep, one more time on the hand before we completely, officially finish up this auction. About to wrap it up. Here it is on the hand one more time. Let's see, 3,010. Do we have 3,010? 3,020? 31? What do we have? What's happening? You got it? We got, again, so apologies, guys. I know we have so many busy lines taking requests. I hear diamond bands going out the door. I'm sorry, it's chaos. There's just a lot happening, and then we have operators who are across the country. So I can't see them. I don't know what's happening. So here's the problem. I am a little bit at a loss here because I can only see what I can see and hear what I hear. But here's the deal. We're in last call. What do you have? 3,010, 20, 3,100? What do you have? Got it? Sold. Congratulations. We got to move on. I don't know. That is a... Does anyone want to see the emerald cut? Well, I do have this yellow canary stone. This is a canary yellow, but it's not a diamond. And then we're going to show you the diamond. But just heads up, that is a canary yellow tourmaline. I've seen yellow tourmalines. I've not seen a canary yellow. You know what they usually are? They're like a mustard yellow. If you've seen a jaunite, it's spelled Jaunite. That's a yellow tourmaline. But they're usually like a mustard color. You can kind of visualize it, right? Not like the bright, bright, bright mustard either, but more like the Dijons, yeah, where they're a little more something. Not bright canary yellow. That's a canary yellow tourmaline. I just had to flash that. That just is cool. I know we have the yellow diamond and the turquoise earrings coming up, but that is a stunning We had the rare peachy pinky earlier, right? That was pretty amazing. And now to see that stone, oh my goodness, so bright, so gorgeous, so clean. Okay, let me give you an item number. We might as well just sell it. It's 1124655. That is a great looking stone, and it is. It's the remarkable clarity that it has. It's so bright. I told you, the yellows are happening. It's like the hottest color. It's supposed to be about peach, but it's really about like butter yellow. It's like that color. So this is going to be a 282 as far as fashion is concerned, but this is really in the gem world, it's going to look like a diamond. It's a canary yellow zonite tourmaline. It really is, but it's a very different tone than we normally see. And it is diamond weight galore, carat 41, every which way. Love that look. That is a really pretty color. It's bright. Wait till you see this from a distance, because I contend it pops even more when you see it from a distance away. I wouldn't change a thing. I'd leave it in the white gold. I think that's great contrast with that stone. That is how I would let it be. Just enjoy for that color and what it is. It's a beauty. And it's not going to be $79.99. Huge opportunity. We were just talking about collecting Tanzanites, and it was more about collecting the different shapes and sizes. This is about collecting the different colors of tourmaline. Now, if you are, you could technically collect thousands of different colors, because there are a lot of different colors of tourmaline. It's so varied, but this is really that. I've just never seen one like it. Never. Yellows, yes, but not this bright. Take a look at it close up, and here we go. I'll make it easy. Sending it out, discounting away. We've got about 38 minutes. Not a lot of time. And guess what we're going to do? This is down below half off. We got the $4,000 as 50% off. Taking it lower than that. Right here, right now, gotta go. We're going to make it easy. Just make it $34.99, Tom. That's it. $34.99, and then we'll see that out of here. It's going to be a really important value for one caller to get a hold of. That is for my tourmaline collectors and lovers right there. Not necessarily copper bearing, but just that bright, truly like canary yellow. For an example, here's my carat 53 yellow diamond. This is a brilliant VS yellow diamond. So it's bright, it's strong, it's a great color. Look at that. But see how that matches it really? Even maybe a little more, maybe neon on the tourmaline. And yes, the diamond's coming up too. We've got the big diamond on the way, and I have the turquoise drops. They're coming up too, and then we've got some discounts for you, and we'll do some recaps, and we're going to help you own it. And then, yeah, we should probably bring out the big diamonds does. The 213s are the largest we've ever made, so we'll bring those out as well. Okay, yellow diamond time. I know that's totally wrong to do this before the yellow diamond, but we know the difference. We know that tourmalines, as rare as they are, nothing can quite compete in the gem or diamond world like a natural color of a diamond in this, well, welcome to the show. It is our carat 53 pear shape. 112-4552 is your item number. It's a huge carat 53, so we don't see too many of those. VS, pear shape, brilliant cutting, it's got it all. Then 14 points in yellow diamonds around. That would be the halo that makes that pear shape look even larger. So it's going to present to the eye like a 3 carat, because if you look at the overall dimension, yep, that would read as a 3 carat or more. It is 4552 is the number. And it's a 1 carat of white diamond weight, including some big princess cuts. Did you see them? They're right on the sides. It's almost built like a 3-stone ring, with the princess cuts in the middle there, anchored to the sides, round surrounding that, continuing down the shoulders of the ring. It's just it's a lovely piece. It really is. Bright as can be, simply stunning, major yellow diamond in the middle, of course. And it's time to let it go. That's the problem. We got to move some jewelry here in the last few minutes of the show, and that is where you got 267. Yowza. A lot of diamond weight overall. Stays as is in the 2 tones of gold there, 14K, and I think we've had a lot of people join us this last hour. A lot of phone calls coming in on previous pieces from the day. Do not hesitate to let us know what you'd like to take or see again before we wrap up our time together. But this is first. Well, do you even want to see where it's listed at? I like to know, because I like to know how much I'm saving. That's me. I like to, be a good shopper. Look at this. There's the ring. there's the price, and yet I'm going to abandon that price, leave it in the dust, and we're going to make sure you get a better value, like first caller scenario. Well, I just tried an auction. You saw how well that went. Right? Didn't exactly turn out the way that I intended. So how about we take this just to the point where I can move jewelry a lot faster by selling it cheaper than even like the auctions take time. And it serves you well. But I can just go ahead, and if we have an open price here of still $9,500, let me help you. That is a substantial ring. It's the way it's built. We've done, yes, hundreds of yellow diamond rings. There's no doubt about it. But the way this is built, the way it goes completely side to side and then some, like you can literally move your hand apart and still see the diamonds continuing down the sides. It is a substantial, heavyweight, beautifully built. It's like the weight of 3 rings in one here. And if you want to wear it the other way, well, you can, and it will look something like this. You can do that as well. There's something to me about having this more squared off shape next to the pear-shaped center that really makes it such a wow. It's not $9,500. That would be our open price, which is fair, yeah. This one, I can check. Let me just grab a gauge here. Tony, we're going to look at nothing for a minute, just because I got to grab the millimeter size on the pear shape, and I can't do this necessarily super specifically because it's set, but the width of it is 6 millimeters, Jess, approximately, and the length of the stone, again, it's tough to get in there with the prongs, but it's about 6 by 10. So like 6.5 by 10 is what I measured here. That's just the stone. So what I did was use this millimeter gauge. I went across the way at the widest point, which is right about here, which again is 6.5. Then I went lengthwise, which again is about here, and just double checking myself, maybe more like 9.5. So I just wanted to, it's tough to get in those prongs there. There's actually 2 prongs here, so it's a little tough to get in that very specific point, but let's call it a 6 by 9 approximately. It could go as much as 6.5 by 9.5. Maybe the specifics have that in the system. I just am giving the rough measurement with it set here. It's not $9,500. So that's where the auction would start. I've opted today to skip the auction. I'm not doing $95 or $85 or even $7,500 because I really want this gone. And I know that at $75, we're getting closer, but we're risking it still staying here. So we want to make sure it goes and goes quickly, and not $75, not $65. We're not even asking $6,000. And remember, you're getting a lot of crazy good diamond weight here just alone. 167 just in the yellows. Then you have the additional 1 carat in the white diamonds, and no, the whole thing is not even $59.99. Now this is getting silly low. For a ring with that kind of substantial quality, and the gold weight, the diamond weight, everything about it is just perfection, really, in the way it's created and the way it's made. And those are all, let me speak to the fact, those are natural yellows. Once again, we don't do the treated. We do not. We have so many new shoppers these days. We have to keep reiterating. These are natural yellows. Okay, it's not even $59.99. We've got 2 people verifying. That's the good news. Oh, this is going to go. I'm taking this even lower. And we're already too low. I think that we can see and that we notice and that we understand. We're way too low on a diamond ring like this. The way it's made, the substantial feel and look that it creates, it really is. If that doesn't look like a high-end ring, I don't know what does. It's extraordinary. The size of it, the style of it, it's so completely high-end. It's not even $59.99. Whatever we're doing today, take advantage of it. Shop what you want. We have about 30 minutes left. These deals have been incredible today. No doubt about it. One after another, and now this one's going to go. It's not even going to be, though, $59.99. I know we've had a lot of you thinking about it and talking about it. I'm so glad we got it in here. It's not even $5,000. We're making this so easy. $49.99, first caller only, and that is a massive carat weight because we know how important the bigger diamonds individually get. That's exactly what's happened here. It's a huge carat 53. That's a big deal stone and a very important value. We have turquoise drop earrings coming up. We have diamond studs also here. The biggest ones, actually, we should probably get to those next. Diamond studs at a price tag like what we're going to bring in white diamonds in over a carat each, set in 18 karat. And any requests down to the last 30. This is it, 30 minutes. And then we don't see you till tomorrow night. So Good time to pick up requests because nothing's going to last this show. Everything has been priced to move. A lot of it's been moving here just recently in the last 30 minutes. So if you do have questions about anything you've seen earlier, let me know. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I will put that aside for you. See, piece from earlier, just sold. And this is where, again, yellow diamond, $49.99 with that kind of size. And gold weight. Don't forget about the Tanzanite pendant we had earlier. Oh, I have to show you the copper bearing, the green, the 13 karat plus green Paraiba. That was one of our outstanding values from earlier as well. Okay, diamond earring stud time. We've got the big studs here. These are the largest we've ever brought. Tony, it's 4180 is the number. I flashed them, but we never got around to pricing them because I just wanted to kind of gauge the interest. It's pretty unusual, and I'll tell you something that's the truth. Whenever I bring diamond studs here, you've seen them. They're great values, but everyone knows them. And a lot of you call in at any given time and just place an order. We don't usually sell diamond studs on the air. We have 1 carats, and a couple of times I've had 2 carats. What we're looking at here is something you have never seen us offer before. In all of our years doing this, we just had a gigantic yellow diamond ring. Can we just recognize the fact that I didn't zoom that camera in yet, and I will because I want to show off the clarity, but those earrings are taking up center stage here really well, following a very large ring, and that's because these earrings are tremendous in size. 213 is our largest diamond stud we've created. They are still indeed VS Clarity diamonds, and yet you're getting about a carat 07 or a carat 06 each. One is probably one and one is the other, right? So this is a stunning example of what we do. They're 18 karat gold, Tony. We even upgraded the gold. I know, almost every time we do studs, they're 14K. And we said, nope, these have to be 18 karat gold. They have to be screwbacks. Honestly, if you really, really fight us on it, I guess we could probably do regular pushbacks, but I don't want you to lose one because replacing a 1 carat 06 or 107 diamond that's VS is not going to be inexpensive. So I'd rather take a little extra time to put them on in the morning to know that you're not going to risk having one fall off throughout the day. So the screwbacks are highly recommended. That's how they're set now. I would leave them that way. There's 213 total weight. I know that may sound like not a big deal over 2 when we've had 2 carats before. It is extraordinary actually to see those diamonds. Back in the day when I sold, this was a couple years ago, we did a series of loose gemstone shows for a few months a couple of years ago, and I had 1 carat diamonds. They were very popular, and they were, by the way, $4,000 a piece. Now, this was years ago, so they would be logically more today. But do you know why they sold so well? Because when you put up a 1 carat round brilliant diamond that's VS quality at under $4,000, which is what I did, we sold hundreds at a time, hundreds. I mention that because that would make this earring, if you just looked at the loose diamond price, that would make them $8,000 for the diamonds, except these are bigger. It would also, something would have to be added because you've got the gold and you've got the screwbacks and you've got the workmanship that went into making an earring, not just putting diamonds in a box and sending them to you. So you have a lot of rarity and a lot of extra expense here on top of $8,000. So just logically speaking right here, forget about retail because I know the retailer is going to charge so much more. And if I start telling you retail prices, you're going to go, yeah, right, she made that up. When those are actual retail prices on studs. And a lot of times all you're going to find on studs in the retail world are best case SI, which means you're still going to have eye visible inclusions. It's going to still downgrade that flash and brilliance you see. So I'm saying here, you don't have to worry about any of that because you've got VS quality. You've got the unheard of carat weight that we've never brought before. You're still getting bright white. They're sitting on a white wheel in white gold. So if there was body color, you would see it. You would. It would be, and we're really close up. So you would see it. If there was anything to see, you'd see it. So here we go. It's not going to be 8,000. How did I calculate that? That was my loose diamond 1 carat price years ago. Was $39.99 for 2. That's $8,000 plus $2. I threw in $2 extra for the gold setting and the labor and yeah, all that. Oh, and by the way, those were 1 carats. These are over 1 carat. There's a carat 06 and a carat 07. So these are larger. And that's what they should be. Best case scenario is $8,000. Well, that's based on a 1 carat diamond price from years ago. They've gone up. We're making them in 18K. They're in the screwbacks. You can actually get white or yellow. We're going to offer those 2 color choices only, white or yellow. That's it. It's not $8,000 though, which is just about the best value you can imagine. And again, that's not retail, that's not wholesale. That's what they should have cost years ago here for a smaller diamond. We're bringing them to you at a better value. This is just one pair. Who's going to take them? I can tell you this, they're going to sell. Because right now, $79.99 is still too much. I don't know if you've ever seen me present 2-carat studs here, but I've done it maybe 4 or 5 times in my history here. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you a really, really, really cool deal. Because I remember 2-carat studs are memorable. I've only presented them a handful of times. I know what they sell for. I'm going to go ahead and give you the same exact price today for the 2-carat 13s that I've given you historically on the 2 carats. I'm going to make them the same exact price. So you could get a bigger look and a bigger carat weight and the same gorgeous VS quality we love, and you're getting it for less than $79.99 or $7,500, you are. And they're only going to be $69.99. That is the exact same price that I've had the smaller ones for. Yes. 3-carat ruby, you got it. We will show you the 3-carat 16, actually. It's a 316 ruby. We flashed that earlier. We'll present that one to you. And then we're going to find out who's got our big diamond studs. Our 213s are here. Let's go to the 3-carat 16 Burma. And then turquoise drop earrings are still to come. We only have 23 minutes, so we need your calls on this 23rd of June. All right, coming up. Let's get to the ruby. It's 111. 5785. Let me zoom back. Show it to you. At least get the diamond double halos there. There you go. There's the 3-carat 16 square cushion cut. Such a rare cut to get in a ruby. This is not just any ruby. It's from Burma. That's the best in the world, and that's our 3-carat 16 size with the double halo and the diamonds at a carat 30. Now, why would anyone request to see a 316 ruby? Just probably to see it, because just the idea that there's a 3-carat 16 ruby in existence out of Burma is pretty special. By the way, the diamond studs are still here. If you want to call on those, please do so, because actually it looks like we might be verifying on the diamond studs. The 213s, same price as the 2 carats, grab them. Here we go. Huge diamond weighted at a carat 30. Stunning, stunning 316 square cushion cut ruby out of Burma. That means blue reds. It's actually got translucency to it. I wouldn't call it transparency, but very close. Let's see. Better yet, let's prove it. Let's see. Can you see the tweezers through it? Actually, you can a little bit. It's pretty much translucent to transparent on that stone. Very, very unique. And then we're going to show it on the hand. And I probably had a call or two asking to see it in full, because you know why? I mentioned earlier when I flashed it that we have a brand new reduced price that is going to make it its rock bottom lowest it can ever be. This one's going to mostly sitting in a vault. It's kind of taken up residence. I think it's paying taxes at this point. It's really, truly been here for years and years, as the item number illustrates. And now we're going to show it to you here, because that gives you a much better idea of what a 316 looks like. We don't see a lot of 3-carat rubies. I think I've had 2 or 3 larger than this in my history here. So now we get you the better value. It's not going to be $19,999 where it started. That's where it all began. We're going to make it a whole lot better than that. Only one caller takes it. Come on in as quickly as you can. It's not going to last. We know that. We know that. You can't have a great value sit around. There's just, I have that shopping saying, the good stuff goes, and it does every time. Yes? Thank you. Shirley, was it? Shirley, thank you so much. Thank you for shopping today. You will love it. Here we go with the ruby. 316 of just amazing blue reds, glowing. I'm going to make it better than $99.99. Told you, lowest price ever on this one. Brand new. You've never seen it offered at this price before. Never. And now it goes lower than $7,500. What's going on here? We're making it $74.99 first caller. That's it. It's got to go. And I went too low. That's all there is to it. Went too low because why? We got 20 minutes left. We're carrying on with some of our best values. If you need a different ruby like a carat, I got a carat 30 for you. That could be the sink. Wait a minute. Is this the sink? Well, what do you guys think? I'll put them side by side. What do you think? Carat 30. Ooh. If you want the carat 30, we can discount that one as well. So let's make a move, because I did mention that we had the copper bearing. Did you see this earlier? First hour selection, that really, really important neon green. Through and through, 4565 was the number. That is the 13 karat 15. It is my copper bearing tourmaline. It is Paraiba, and it's a 13 karat plus, but it also is 36 points of fancy cut diamonds, and it's really affordable. Because I had a 6 carat, or was it a 7? Gosh, I need to refresh my memory. Was it 6.5 or 7.5? Either way, it was about half the size yesterday. Same price. What's better than selling diamond studs in bigger sizes for the same price as the smaller copper bearing Paraiba that's double the size for the same price? This is $69.99. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Enjoy it. I can't tell you how many pieces from earlier are selling. So we have 19 minutes in the actual broadcast. I would really recommend calling now on even the pieces you're thinking of from earlier, because the problem is this: a lot of pieces are going when we're not presenting them. So you may think it's still here, but a lot of pieces are going behind the scenes. So we do want to make sure that you don't miss out based on that. So just call us early if you're thinking about anything. Let's talk about this gorgeous turquoise earring. I've been talking about these and talking about these, and now time to present the gorgeous, look at that turquoise drop with the lever back style. Thank you so much. Ooh, this is a fun one too. For Rebecca. Rebecca, why did I think, I just immediately thought you were going to say Rebecca. I don't know why. I think because she likes Tanzanite pendants, right? I was just like, who came to mind when I saw it was a Tanzanite pendant? So Rebecca, we're going to show that to you next. Look at the turquoise earring drops we have here. It's going to be item number 112-3556, and that will be fabulous turquoise pear shapes. I know, these are a little bit more dressy, aren't they? Just because they have a lot of diamond weight. It's 78 points in pear-shaped turquoise. It's also 83, so that's more diamond weight than we typically see in an earring, that's for sure. 83 points in the diamonds, great lever back style. Let's check out the length, though, to make sure that you're comfortable with that before we carry on. And here it is, and then lengthwise, it's going to be, oh gosh, they're going to be 1 3/4 inches, so really good length here on the length you can see if we look there. So that's where it's 1 3/4 inches top to bottom, including the lever back. Really where you see the diamonds begin, it's more like 1.5 inches. So that's what I usually go on, is 1.5 inches. Yes? The oval, oh sure, yeah, the little solitaire look. Yes, we can do that. We'll show that designer diamond ring again. So good, thank you for all these requests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go grab that, and then we're gonna show you the earrings here as well on, so you can see how that 1.5. I'm gonna call them 1.5, Tony, just because that's what you see. Where you see here, the diamonds, I mean, really, you got the hook of the lever back sits in the ear. Then you've got a 1.5 carat in the diamond drop. So that's how they look from a distance. We're gonna go back up close, and we're gonna help you, because I got a lot of requests to get to, and I know we're running out of time. We only have 17 minutes. So this really quick opportunity, and you know what? Let me just help you get these quickly. I'm looking at the $29.99, and that's just too much for an earring in my book. So here's what I'll offer instead. They're going to be a huge discount. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. You do get that option, which is awfully nice in an earring, if you ask me. And we're going to make this super easy. How about $888 for the pair when you're getting 83 points in diamonds? Excuse me, that's a lot of diamond weight to get in an earring. And yet, wowza, with turquoise matched, almost 40 points each. And then I will flash that diamond ring. Plus, we've got Rebecca's request to get to, and who knows what else on the request front. I'm going to try this ring on first, Tony. I think that's the best way to do it first. This is the solitaire style. It's not a solitaire. It looks like a solitaire. This is the item number 1118607, and want to show that to you here because we got a lot of busy lines, and that's what it looks like when you stack rounds with baguettes together. It's rounds top and bottom. It's baguettes through the middle, and it's 18 karat solid gold as well, and you get to change the gold color. Usually this designer does not do that. We have asked and requested very politely that they do change it if you want it. So I recommend the white gold. It's just because it shows off how white and bright the diamonds are, but you can go ahead and get that in yellow or rose. This is that solitaire look created with the rounds and the baguettes that looks like this close up. I'll just show it here at the same time as the turquoise earrings. That was, by the way, $6.99, one of the more affordable rings. We've had two rings at $6.99 today. That was the diaspore that I think is still here, and also now this ring as well, which is 23 points overall, but ends up looking approximately like a 1.5 or 2 carat oval diamond. So you've got a great look there. Our turquoise earrings are extremely popular. Why wouldn't they be at $888? That diamond ring is $6.99. The Cuprian is still here. We have a big Tanzanite pendant next. for Rebecca's request. So that's going to be coming out, and it's an Asher cut. So looking forward to sharing that with you. And our last call, but we're going to leave the turquoise earrings up for at least 60 more seconds. 112-3556. Or we may have just lost our graphics there. So I'll give you what you, oh, there they are. They're back. So 78 points in the Sleeping Beauty, 83 points in the diamonds. We've got a final call on the turquoise earrings and very busy. No surprise why. It's a $3,000 earring that's down to $888 only. So a major value, gorgeous drop. You can get the yellow. I know we saw turquoise with yellow gold earlier in that designer ring that sold out. So yes, we saw how beautiful and luxe yellow gold and turquoise are together. It's always my favorite. But this one, a nice idea because there's so much diamond weight. So when there's 83 points in diamonds, that's what probably gave them the inspiration behind setting them in the white gold. But hey, either way, you get your choice of. That's the beauty of it. You're really having them custom made for you and what you like, and that's the important part. So you get to choose there. And then we've got our Tanzanite pendant on the way, which I know we're all excited about. We saw one earlier, and it was what, $8,000. So maybe we just need something more affordable in Tanzanite pendants. Yes, we do, and we've got it coming up. So the last one I had was an oval. It was earlier in the show. Let me know if you want to see it again. But here is the Asher cut Blue Wing Block D. Look at this. Very few pendants here in stock. Can't create more because we don't have the stones. So now is really the only time to get your Tanzanite pendants. 112-3289. It's your item number. It's a 3-carat 23 Asher cut Blue Wing Block D. Looks amazing. It has red flashes. And then the most pretty, like square meets floral meets leafy like design. Feels a little Art Deco. 48 points is the diamond weight. Yellow, white, or rose gold. And a big, big value coming your way. Wait till you see this on. I've got the measurement coming up for you. We'll show it on the neckline as well. Take a look with your favorite chain. It is diamonds by the yard ready. That's good news there. The bail can handle it. So if you've got diamonds by the yard, go ahead. You got a standard chain, go ahead. Works with all of the above. It's a really good looking stone though. Take a look at this from a distance away. It's about an inch top to bottom. And then we'll show it. I think this is the best way to see it here on the neckline. There it is. Look at how beautifully bright. Blues, purples, reds. Trichroism at its literal best. Isn't that a great look? But we got to move it. It's a $49.99 piece until now. And now we get to go a lot lower than that, but look how pretty. And of course, where it's gonna sit is depending on the chain you put it on. You can certainly, it's sizable, so you can wear it. I think that when you have a bigger piece, lends itself to lower on the neckline, higher on the neckline. It always works, but look at this lower light environment and how the color has just gotten so much more deep and neon and bright. Let's go back to the wheel. Close up we go. Gonna show you what we can do to make a Tanzanite. Few Tanzanites remain. Fewer in pendants, obviously. Most of what we still have are rings. It's most of what we started with anyways. Now we've got the chance to bring you the pendant at a great value. And again, I love that you can change the gold color if you want to. It's going to be, you know what, skip over. $2,500, you're half off. We could go $2,000, make it a deal. We could go $19.99. And it's so strong a value. Or we can just go ahead and really reduce it. It is, after all, a request. So we really want to help you out. If it's what you're looking for, and yes, we can bring the oval back out, but the oval that I had is $8,000. So obviously, if you want to be a little bit more affordable or a lot more affordable, this is the way to go. And it's not even going to be $19, $18, $17. You're not paying $17.99 today. One of our few and last Tanzanite pendants. I don't even think there's anything smaller at this point. It's not. I'm going to go lower, Jess. Let's make it even easier. $16.99. Go ahead, take it. And we'll give it 60 seconds because I don't even think it's going to last that long. I think that'll be gone well before, and hold on, I got a major fingerprint on it now at this point, so that's probably from, I don't know, trying it on. Here we go. Now it's all good. So $16.99, 49 seconds remaining. It's our last call on the show. We have 10 minutes. Not a lot of time. Turquoise earrings are still here, by the way. Yes, they are. You can still get that diamond ring we showed you, the designer baguette and round combo. You can get the turquoise drop earrings for $888. I say shop a couple of things with the values being as strong as they are today. And we are back to do it again tomorrow night. You know what it is? It's Must See Monday. Tomorrow night, Must See Monday. And guess what that means? Markdowns all day long. So all starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Look at that stone. That Asher cut is remarkable. So Rebecca, love your feedback on that one. She's the one that requested if that works for you or if I need to try to see what else. I think that's it for today as far as the only other option would be to maybe go out in the vault and take a stone out of a ring and put in a pendant, but we're looking at 2 pendant options, the big oval or right here, the Asher cut. So last call on turquoise earrings. I hear we're down to 1 pair left on those. We do have, still the diamond ring is good. We've got, what else should we show before we go? I think we're caught up on requests, so that's good news as well. But hey, we've still got 9 minutes to play with, so if you have one, let us know. This Tanzanite pendant is here at the moment, although that could be changing. I see 2 more lines lighting up, so could be a done deal here. One more time. Let's just take it to the neckline one more time if we can, just to show you there, just because I think that's such an important viewpoint. It's just really important to see it from a distance away, and it does just give you a better look at the color when you see it in this light environment, which is a little more mimicking to real life as opposed to when every spotlight is trained on that stone. You get a little bit better, truer to life color here, and you can really see those neons and how they look fantastic, don't they? So $16.99 on that one. It gives you a great size reference there as well. And we only have, again, well, it's gone, it's gone. Can't do anything about that. Once it's sold out, gone. So congrats if you get it. We're going to talk a little bit about, I think, what do we want to see? The tourmaline again, the big 13 karat Paraíba. I think for anybody just tuning in, you're going, 13 karat Paraíba. Yes, we have a 13 karat Paraíba, but it's bright green, neon green. So that will show you again. That's such a good value. I'm going to show this one up close one more time before we go. And then don't forget about those turquoise earrings. The drop earrings are amazing. Love to get you hooked up with those drop earrings if you'd like to. And then we are on our way. Boy, that's a great piece, isn't it? So I think what I'm making out here on Facebook is maybe Rebecca says this is not for her. So that's good. So if you were waiting, you were trying to hold off because you knew it was for a requester that's not you, I think she's passing on this one. So Rebecca, that's all we have. So I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to, if you want to get me as specific as possible, I can just, the best hope is try to take a stone out of a ring and then create a design around it at this point. So I know, I apologize, we don't have a lot of options when it comes to pendants left. I get that. So it can be a struggle, but very few left. We're operating with very few stones left now. It's last call on your Blue Wing Block Ds. Let's move on. Have the, yes, we can show the turquoise earrings again. Here they are. So if you're thinking, wait a minute, 1 pair left, what did I miss? What can I still get a hold of? Turquoise earring drops like this, looking fabulous. What's that, Jess? Question? Oh, we're good? All right. That's the turquoise earring drop. Can recap also maybe that big mega Imperial we had. Here's the other earring as well. Gorgeous, aren't they? They're really special. Turquoise Sleeping Beauty matched, of course. They look great. Then you have the diamond weighted 83 points. And white, yellow, yeah, white, yellow, rose. Still love that option. And the earrings here, they're only $888. So our very last pair remains. Also want to remind you, we had a 1.5 carat 5-stone diamond band yesterday. We had the 1 carat version today. So for those of you, again, who seem to have added a lot of viewership here in the last hour, seems like a lot of you have joined us later in the day today. So what I want to do is make sure and recap, because I know so many of you asked if we had this yesterday. Yesterday we didn't, today we did. Thank you to our jewelers for making that happen. Here it is, the 5-stone 1 carat total weight diamond band back again. So looks like we're down to 1 or 2. I'm not sure. Check with your operators. 111-1864. Your item number here. We have 6 minutes. So what else would you like to see before we go? It's crunch time on the Sunday. We got to know so we can show you anything else. Utilize that precious air time. But look at how beautiful 1 carat is in 20 point stones that are 5 stones across the way, still choosing the white, the yellow, or the rose gold, and this ring. What a value it has always been, but it truly is a bigger value. I can't stress this enough. It's a bigger value as the days go by. The price can stay the same, but by virtue of that, it becomes a bigger value and a bigger savings for you because diamonds and gold are on the rise. That's not stopping. That I think, now I am not a I'm not a fortune teller, but honestly, with the way that we see lab-grown diamonds sort of taking over the entire industry right now, I believe in my heart of hearts that natural diamonds are going to become a lot more valuable. And we don't see them anymore as offered nearly as much. They're tough to find. So I think that you're in for a big, big value here on this one, because it's only going to become more valuable as the years go by. We love to wear natural diamonds anyways, because, well, there's nothing quite like a great quality, like a VS quality like this is. Looks amazing, but this ring is $999, which is a price tag we've been offering for literally years. And so you might be thinking, oh, so what? It's not discounted? Well, but today you'd be looking at a price tag that in the real world of retail, you could easily spend 5 times that price on this ring for VS quality. And again, most of what's out there, it's just not. You have to pay more and you have to settle for low quality stones, which have a lot of brown or body color to them or yellows to them. Then they have inclusions that take away from the brilliance and the beauty of the diamonds. We don't do that, and we never want to. Now, at this point, that's why we love the value. It's only $999 to get it. It's a beautiful band that everyday wearable, sure it is. You can stack it up. You can wear it as an anniversary band. You can stack 2. You can use them as ring guards as well if you'd like to. But it's such a beautiful band that look at how sizable it is. These are not small stones. We got a little spoiled because yesterday we saw 30-point individual diamonds. Well, here is not that different of a look overall when you're getting still huge 20-point stones. So want to remind you, still available, $999, and still serves as one of our most affordable items of the day, and yet an iconic piece that cannot be topped anywhere you go when it comes to diamond values, because again, you are still promised those at least 20 points minimum. That means at least a carat minimum. That means also VS is what your guarantee is, so that's very special. And that is why when I give it even just subtle movements like this, they are sparkling as if they are 4th of July fireworks every day of the year on your hand within your diamonds. All the colors of the rainbow, all the brilliance and beauty they give, the stackability factor. You can see how it's really, again, aligned. You could set up a ring right next to it on either side if you want to. Conversely, you can get 2, if we still have 2 left, you can get 2 of these and stack them together. You can wear them anywhere on the hand, from a pinky to a ring finger to a middle to an index to a thumb ring. You can do anything you want to do. That is why, listen, at some point the price needs to go up. The price needs to come up to basically today's industry standard. It has to at some point. Don't wait for that point to decide you need to have it. Get it now while it's $999. Again, wasn't even here 24 hours ago. It's been made since, partly because, well, a huge part of it because you guys asked for it. You saw the 1.5 carat version. We had the incredible value on yesterday, which you also want to check on availability there. And remember, that 1.5 carat total weight was $19.99. A lot of you said, maybe that's just a little larger than you want to go. Maybe it's just a little out of budget still. Here's where you get the 1 carat classic version for half the price, $9.99. We have 2 minutes left in the broadcast, so let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see. I do want to invite you to join me tomorrow. It's in the evening, nighttime, 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. And that's when we kick off our big must-see Monday markdown show. Yes, we start every week. Every week we begin on a Monday night with a really special markdown segment of our shows. So it's really a night you do not want to miss. It's why we call it must see, and we mean it. You got to be a part of all the markdowns. We'll have some brand new, we'll have some returning favorites, and what we won't have, this diamond ring or just about anything else you saw today, because I can't tell you how busy we've been offering pieces and pieces going out the door from earlier today. So please just make that phone call so you can ask about any pieces you might still be thinking of on the day. We've shown you a lot of jewelry today. And some of it, who knows, maybe your favorite piece that you want is still here. That's why we want to hear from you before somebody else takes it, because we're even here after we go off the air, still offering and selling the items from today. So we don't want you to miss out on account of waiting too long. So come on in. We got a minute left of airtime for this ring or anything else that we need to pop in and show you. Turquoise earrings, think we still have 1 pair left at $888 on the turquoise drop earrings. And anything else from today, I'll tell you, there's still a big Kunzite here. We had a carat 38 Russian demantoid, color change diaspore, anything you need to see or check on. Do it now. We're back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Be here right at the beginning. I don't know if you know, but we get started really in grand fashion on Monday night. So make sure you're with me right at the start of the show at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We look forward to seeing you then. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Everybody stay cool, stay hydrated if you're out and about in that heat wave that seems like it's everywhere. So make sure, again, Be healthy and happy on this Sunday, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Can't wait for that. And of course, any questions you have, we're still here answering your phone calls well after we go off the air. So feel free to call us at that phone number. We'll be here taking your calls. Thank you so much. From all of us at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow night.